with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran shoot of feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap, while DSP is chasing green. We're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. It's not in burping, leaning ban, it matters not if battery fun. His Shoutouts can't see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts like before lunching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife, while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react, but isn't actor as a fact, as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaching's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to late that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for us today, Monday the 22nd of January 2024. Do hope we're all doing very well so far. This is actually a stream where Phil was a bit earlier than usual to start the whole thing. I've got him in pause and building up some speed up just. We're ready to rock and roll essentially, so I need a number. Let's not waste any time, let's just get straight into it. I need a number. The first number in chat is here with what I use for today's bingo card. Radman was first with 69. Nice number. I think a lot of people would approve of this number. Let's use that and randomise a bingo card 69 times. And here we have today's bingo card for us to use for today's bingo shenanigans. We got Phil to say feedback, him smacking his lips, him saying percent, you know what I mean, and here's the thing. The second row is Phil scratching the stash, him saying meaningful, I would argue, fuck, and unique. The third row is Phil saying allow me to explain, positive, him snorting, him saying life and content. The fourth row is Phil making that annoying T sound, him saying shocked, necessarily, there you go, and literally. And the fifth and final row is Phil chewing some water, him pointing at the camera, him saying comment, goal, and finally his chair creaking. So there we go, that's a bingo card we have for today's show, and fingers crossed we can get a full house. I'm just going to get straight into the bingo. Let's just not waste any more time. Remember, the topic of this bingo essentially for Phil today, and sort of the podcast for him anyway, he's trying to brainstorm a fix for DSP Reacts. So, Radman's asking, is Bubbles removed? No, but Bubbles are still there. All the things are still there. You know, if Phil snorts 25 times, free space. If Phil burps 10 times, free space. If we get 100 likes on the stream, that's a free space as well as you guys getting to enjoy the Bubbles animation that Pixar animations are very kindly made for us all to enjoy. And if Phil gets 100 likes as well before he starts recording for gameplay, then of course there'll be a free space too, but Phil never gets 100 likes anymore on his podcast. It is an extremely rare occasion when Phil Burnell can generate 100 likes before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, or getting 100 likes at all in general throughout an entire stream. So there we go. Anyway, let's just get straight into the bingo. Good luck everybody, here we fucking go. Best of fucking luck.
Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we are packed with discussion. First of all, we're going to talk about some updates to the ideas we have for the Super Bowl event. I've got great feedback in the last 24 hours about what kind of stuff you'd like to do during my upcoming marathon. We're going to talk about the success of the first ever stream over on DSP Throwback, how well it went, and plans for the future. But the big topic of discussion today is regarding DSP Reacts and how it's been affected by these membership bomb exploits. We have to essentially redesign the way that channel works so that my weekly react show, DSP versus the Internet, will continue to function. So we've got a lot of things to discuss and brainstorm about today. I hope you're up to the task on today's episode, the Level 1 Podcast. Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the show. I tried to adjust my setup a little bit today. You may notice that the stuff behind me is a little bit further to the right because I've noticed that recently it hasn't been balanced, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, something's off. So I'm trying to actually fix it today. The problem is one of my tripod legs.
Oh, before we even get into the thing, I forgot to talk about what Prophet has highlighted. So Prophet has already highlighted us in the chat, okay? He's already shared the metrics, he's shared the data in the chat. Phil has across 3 different channels on his fucking channel, as of his platform. He has been gifted like over 2,000 memberships, technically. I believe that's the numbers anyway. It's like 2,000 odd members been gifted to him. Phil was assuming he's going to make like fucking $6.5 grand, but Phil actually it's like $80. Phil is going to try and pretend he only made like fucking 10 cents from all these gifted members. The simple fact of the matter is Phil has been gifted so much members at a low price, but there have been hundreds of them. There's been thousands of gifted members. Quite literally. And it all adds up. So yeah, $80 it works out at, roughly. And that's after YouTube have their cut.
Stopped working properly, and because of that, basically the camera's been off a little bit and hasn't been able to be like straight, but I'm trying to adjust it to make it better. So I apologize if it looks a little off today as I try to adjust and make things look a little better. I'm trying to be centered while also be having the stuff even on my sides, and it's tough. It's not easy to do, especially because every day I accidentally kick the tripod and I think it's screwed up. All right, hopefully this looks good to you. And welcome to the show. Today is Monday, the 22nd of January, 2024. And we've got a lot to talk about today, okay? A lot going on, which is a good thing, by the way. It's great that we are early on in the year, and there is so much going on. I mean, we are on the precipice of multiple new releases that are coming out this Friday with Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Tekken 8, which I'm very, very excited for. But we still got all this other stuff going on. You know, we've got the launch of DSP Throwback, which has been successful, and now we had our first stream, which is going really well, and I want to talk about that because I'm ecstatic. We've got, excuse me, the upcoming Super Bowl event, which we've now begun plans for, and I think that's going to go really well because I've gotten feedback, and you guys definitely want to do something different this year from what we did last year, which I'm totally cool with, so I think that's going to be a great one. But now, sadly, we also have a challenge, and the thing is, I know we're up to the challenge. You know what I mean? Like, we've been through so much over the years. I absolutely positively know that we can get through this one. The problem is, there really is no solution to the problem that's going to be 100% great for everyone. You know, the way I see it is, when you have adversity in your life, you adapt and change for the better, but there's always going to be people who are not accepting of the change, right? DSP Reacts has run a certain way for a year. It's been successful running a certain way for a year. Now we have to tweak that formula because people have found this exploit on YouTube to just gift a ridiculous amount of memberships out for almost zero cost, which skews everything. You know, here on this channel, is it that big of a deal? No. Not that big of a deal. When you're a member here, what do you get? Access to emotes, a chat crown badge.
You get fuck all, exactly, Phil. Way to try and encourage people to fucking become members in your fucking channel, but remind them all they get absolute fuck all for it.
And you can avoid the slow mode in the chat, but that's really about it. But a channel like DSP Reacts has a show every week that hinges on those membership tiers and that structure working properly because people get privileges to submit videos for a show. And when all of a sudden overnight you go from 100 people to 400 people who have the opportunity to submit a video for the show, 300 of which never paid, that's pretty broken. And it's going to, sadly, you know, change the show for the...
How's that different from people being a member from a gift? Because all those extra gifted members also never paid. One person paid in their behalf. But technically, most of the people submitting their fucking content for that crappy react show, like Derek, for example, also never paid.
Worse. So what we need to do is brainstorm a solution. Now I think I have the solution. The problem is I don't know, number one, how to fully implement it, which is what we're going to talk about today. And number two, I know some people are going to be upset with it and there's nothing I can do about it. You know, I don't want to change DSP Reacts. I like how the channel works. That's why I've had it the same way for a year. But when these actions happen, you're kind of forced into it. And that's the situation I find myself in today, is that we're forced into making a change that I don't want to make, but I have to. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. All right. But anyway, let's get through everything, because we have so many topics to talk about right now. Really, we do. So let's begin. First of all, let's talk about yesterday's streams, okay? The podcast yesterday went well. I recapped my decision to cancel the documentary about me, but also talked about the reactions across the internet about it, how hilarious the reaction of all my trolls and haters is, because now they have no content to make out of it. And
remember, he ignores all detractors and fucking trolls and haters, whatever, but here he is, being very apparently well aware of what all the detractors and haters are all saying. But ignore it though. It was his audience. The audience must ignore detractor stuff at all costs. Only Phil may consume detractor content. Well, fucking telling his audience, don't watch detractor content.
crying and they're writhing and they're trying to white knight Mike Klum, who literally has said there's no reason to white knight.
What do you mean fucking white knight Mike Klum? Mike Klum has been fucking ridiculed to fucking death. People have been fucking mocking him for fucking even agreeing to the idea in the fucking first place. Most people told him it was a fucking waste of goddamn time. It'd be weird if it fucking actually happened and continued. The second that Mike Klum went on It's a Gundam's fucking show, it was over. Thank you very much to Ira for a super chat, who says, reminder that the React channel got 60 gifts on day one of it being exactly. Day one of the React channel existing, Phil had 60 gifted members on that channel. From day one. So, yeah. But Phil got paid for all those members. They weren't from fucking Argentina or anything. Fuck me, man.
Everything is fine, but they try to make a controversy where it doesn't exist. It's absolutely hilarious, but my fans and viewers are kind of rejoicing that I decided not to do this. They were definitely afraid that all the good momentum that I had going into this new year would be stifled by drama, and now there's no drama. So people are very happy with that decision. In addition to that, we talked about the Super Bowl party. And the Super Bowl event is going to be called DSP Super Bowl Bash. It's going to be on Saturday, February 10th. It's going to be a marathon right here on DSP Gaming. It's going to feature food. It's going to feature discussion. It's going to feature booze. It's going to feature me dressed up as an NFL player over the course of the day. But the one key factor that we didn't figure out, what exactly would be the content of the marathon. Last year when we did it, there was a big segment that was me reacting to Super Bowl ads of yesteryear. And there was a Fantasy Royal Rumble match that we did in WWE 2K22.
Who gives a fuck? Thank you very much to Twilight Media Corp for re-upping the membership or popping the membership message anyway. They've been a bingo baddie in this, and this dip is a walking, talking contradiction. Memberships are just that. Regardless of the cost, grow up, Phil. I agree. This is Phil prioritising money over memberships. Phil should be celebrating all the new members and the community perks they've got. Nah. Phil doesn't get paid for it, so they're fucking worthless to him. All those people that became members, fucking worthless. All those fans, like Derek, who isn't paying his way anymore, fucking worthless. That's just the way it is. Ah, play for fuck's sake.
Well, number one, most people are saying they don't want to see ads again. They prefer to only see that around, Black Friday-ish for Thanksgiving. And number two, no one cares about WWE at this point. I haven't played the game in over a year. I still have it on my PS4 or PS5. I really don't know why. In fact, I'm just going to delete it now. We haven't played WWE 2K22 in so effing long, and I have no plans on playing it again. So I'm just going to get it out of there. So yeah. So really, it's a completely different style of marathon this year. All right. And with all the discussion going on about what it should be, I have an update, because I'd like to give you the update now, since we're talking about this. There's two schools of thought. However, the schools of thought are completely aligned when it comes to one factor: gameplay. This year, people want gameplay during the Super Bowl event, okay? Now, the question is, what kind of gameplay, right? Well, there's many options, things that we can do. One school of thought is that because it's the Super Bowl, I mean, this is a giant competitive sport, NFL, right? National Football League. Play competitive games, right? Go online and do an hour of Call of Duty multiplayer, just running around. And of course, I'll be buzzed from drinking that day. So just run around and, get some kills, swap weapons around, do melee streaks, be silly. Because
I'd like to remind everyone once more that Phil usually charges people. Christmas is the exception. When it's Christmas time, Phil will drink without contributions. But any other time Phil's doing a special event, marathon kind of thing, he will demand tip money of $100 or so before taking a sip of alcohol. So he is automatically assuming he's going to be given several hundreds of dollars in tips because he'll be feeling fucking buzzed when he's playing these games. Either someone's promised something behind the scenes, or he's just assuming, without, much merit to it whatsoever, that he's going to get massively whaled that day.
I don't play Call of Duty that often, so it's good to have a stream like that to break stuff up every once in a while. So just do a one-off Call of Duty segment in the show. Play fighting games. At this point, Tekken 8 will be out for about 2 weeks, so jump online with Tekken 8, maybe try a new character or mess around and just do some Tekken 8 gameplay online. Or go back to Street Fighter 6 for a random session. Play with Zangief and 360 people, play with Dalsim and Zelda. Just be silly. It doesn't have to be a serious session, but just play some Street Fighter. So, that all sounds good to me, and that all makes sense. For a Super Bowl stream, competitive gameplay makes a lot of sense. Alright, that's number one mentality. Number two mentality is, at this point, in 2 weeks, when this marathon goes on, I'm going to be in the middle. Oh, that's true, too, because Fed Roger just says, remember, Foam Stars will also be out. He's right. That silly game Foam Stars is going to be free for anyone who's a PS Plus subscriber as of February 6th. so it'll only have been out for a few days. We could do like a silly segment of that as well, just for, again, for variety of multiplayer. That's possible, okay? So that's another thing to consider there, all right? Option number 2, and this was presented to me by a couple people last night in video comments, would be, instead of focusing on multiplayer, do like I did a couple years ago for my birthday. Now, admittedly, I don't remember what it was, so they elaborated. They said, during your birthday marathon a couple years ago, you actually were in the middle of so many current games and playthroughs, you just said, hey, we're going to do fun stuff. We're going to have a birthday cake, we're going to have food, but we're going to just continue with all the playthroughs I'm doing. So do a segment that's continuing like a dragon. Do a segment that does some new advanced gameplay in Tekken 8, maybe do some of the story or do some, you know, arcade mode or whatever. Maybe do a segment of Baldur's Gate 3 for an hour or something like that. Just have segments of the current playthroughs you're doing, so that way it doesn't set you back with all your current game playthroughs for doing this marathon. Okay, that's school of thought number 2. School of thought number 3 is play American football games. But there really doesn't seem to be a solution to that, because most people say play Blitz. But NFL Blitz isn't really available anywhere on a current network, and the only viable way that I can see to play it would be to try to set up an elaborate emulation setup on my mini PC. I have not dabbled in emulation yet on my mini PC at all. You know, I had intended to maybe check out Fightcade by now, but I haven't yet. I really don't know how that would work, or how elaborate and how annoying it would be to set that up, especially because for a marathon, I'm only going to be playing it for like an hour, right? So it's kind of like, man, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but at the very same time, why would I do that and we'll do all that work for an hour during a marathon? It doesn't seem to be worth the effort to set all that up.
Fuck you, fans. You're not worth fucking effort.
Now some people are like, get Madden. Madden. You want me to buy Madden? You literally want me to buy Madden and pay tons of money for Madden to play it for an hour during this marathon?
Fuck you again, fans. You're not worth the effort or money.
A game that I don't even know how to play. I'm not going to get through the tutorial. I'm not going to understand, you know. And then people are like, well, play Tecmo Bowl. All right, I mean, I'm cool with that. We did it last year, but we already did it, you know. So, you know, I'll be honest, with those 3 ideas, I'd be okay with any of them. But for me, I feel like either the online multiplayer or continuing on with the single player playthroughs I'm doing seems to make more sense than, oh, just do a lot of work to set up a couple random football games that'll just be fuck around and no one really cares after that day. Right? Honestly, I think I would have a lot more fun playing games I know and drinking, right? Like having some liquor that day and just jump.
Again, he's automatically assuming he's going to get given fucking hundreds of fucking dollars. It is extremely presumptuous. The fucking ego in this fucking idiot. Assuming he's going to fucking be massively whaled that day. Which makes me think, because of the sheer confidence in him, it does make me think maybe somebody has promised him behind the scenes that they will contribute massively come the marathon. Why else would he really be so super confident and just assuming that he's going to be fucking drinking so heavily? Also, yeah, Phil said that, Troy. So yeah, there we go.
But online and doing some random multiplayer, or, you know, just doing a little bit of continuation of the games I'm playing, that would be more of a relaxing marathon to me, hanging out with you guys with games that we love, rather than me playing games that are frustrating to set up and only playing for one day and dropping. You know, that's my take, all right? But you don't have to agree with me. I want feedback on this. The bottom line is we just can't do all of it, right? We can't play football games and online other multiplayer games and single player games all in one day. There's not gonna be enough time, right? Just, you know, we're gonna do a podcast, we're gonna do this cool intro segment, we're gonna be playing some games, I'm gonna be eating food, my wife's gonna be making multiple kinds of food that day to partake in, like Super Bowl style snacks and cuisine. So it's gonna have a lot of stuff going on already that's gonna be time consuming, but the question is, what do we do outside of that? You know, what are the segments of the show, right? That's what we really gotta figure out.
Burger.
King B. Cruel says there's a football player class as a pre-order bonus in Infinite Wealth. Maybe you can play as that class for a stream. I am planning to pre-order Infinite Wealth and Tekken 8 by Wednesday, and I'm thinking very strongly about getting one of the higher tier versions of Infinite Wealth, either the mid or highest tier. The mid tier gets that football player. You're right, the mid tier gets that. So maybe, yeah, do like an hour of gameplay in Infinite Wealth where I'm just running around as a football player doing football combos and stuff, right? Maybe even purposefully save that class and don't use it until the Super Bowl event and only use that class during the event or something like that, right? That could be interesting. All right, so anyway, that's the update, and that's what everyone's thinking. So what we need to do is we need to refine that thought now. Now, maybe even do a poll or just talk about it for another few days. But what would you like to see during the Super Bowl event? Multiplayer, single player, or football-related games that would, honestly, I'm not really leaning towards because it sounds like it's too much trouble just to mess around with it for one silly day. You know.
Right, Phil, as a silly, why should the fucking fans be so fucking heavily invested in just one silly day? They shouldn't. Why bother to turn up, eh? Why should they even bother turning up to this one silly day? They're better off just not bothering ours and doing anything else that day.
And again, remember there's booze involved. So I'll be drinking that day for sure, different things. So,
so Phil has. So hold on. Phil has not mentioned once the fucking criteria of drinking booze. He is making it sound like he's going to be drinking guaranteed no matter what happens in terms of him getting contributions. This could be a very interesting bait and switch, because on the day itself, Phil might fucking just drop it. Oh, I said I was going to be drinking booze, but that's only if you guys contribute. He has mentioned booze without mentioning the fucking usual money paywall behind drinking booze. Also, why the hell does it matter that Phil drinks booze? He drinks it anyway, regardless. Now, that's sometimes drinking on fucking streams. Big fucking deal.
Because of that, we want to be sure that it's not going to be something too crazy. Then again, the multiplayer games we're talking about aren't a big deal. I can easily play Call of Duty online buzzed. Street Fighter online, if I'm buzzed, I probably won't play ranked, but you know, you can always mess around with the player matches and stuff like that.
So, Prophet has just sent me an image. NFL Blitz is apparently on Fightcade. Would you look at that? So Phil is trying to argue, oh, it's impossible to fucking get NFL Blitz, however. It's on Fightcade. It's right there. Like this is like the screenshot from Prophet's own like mini PC. Like he's yeah, there it is, Phil. If you want to play NFL Blitz, then just get it set up, get Fightcade sorted. There you go. Fightcade is Fightcade is elaborate. Fucking hell, man. Like fucking anything. The smallest little minutiae of effort to Phil is elaborate. He is an absolute brain dead fuck. But anyway, back to the bingo.
Tekken, I don't even know if I'm going to care that much, nor do I even know what the online modes are for Tekken. I haven't looked into it. We won't know till it comes out. So, anyway, let's think about this. Let's talk about it and let's figure it out. But now we have more ideas. This is good. We got the ideas moving in the right direction so that we can figure this out, okay? Give me 1 second because I want to actually open my window all the way. It's actually feeling a little warm in here today. Luckily because I'm wearing a sweater rather than just like a button-down shirt. So let me get a little bit more air.
Fuck you, Phil!
Shut the fuck up, Philip. You want me to be Chaz?
Get out of here, Philip!
I will eat your sweater vest for dinner.
Always been a fucking douche.
Turn this on higher. Turn this on 2. Okay. Alright. So that's what happened yesterday. And yesterday was a good day, overall, on the podcast. Then we jumped into the first stream yesterday, which was DSP React. And the show went well. Good variety of clips submitted. But during that show, the trolls showed up and gave 300 fake gifted memberships to DSP React. And yes, I'm going to call them fake. Because they're not paid for. Alright? They're essentially stolen. This is the equivalent of like...
What do you mean stolen? Stolen from who? No, Phil. You have received so many gifted memberships, even though they all, on their own, individually, they don't amount to a huge amount. But you've been gifted so much stupid, stupid fucking fake, these fake memberships. They're worth $80 combined. $80 combined they are worth. That is not nothing money. $80 is enough for a meal for you and your fat ass wife next time you go out on your fucking day off. That is a decent amount of money. This is, I'm going to let Phil cook here. I'm going to rewind it, let Phil cook, but this fucking salt is beautiful.
Showed up and gave 300 fake gifted memberships to DSP React. And yes, I'm going to call them fake because they're not paid for. Alright? They're essentially stolen. This is the equivalent of like going up to a vending machine where the vending machine says a candy bar costs $1 and you found a way to put a penny into the machine and it still gives you the candy bar. You stole the candy bar. You didn't buy it legit. You found an exploit to get the candy bar out of the machine.
A big fucking deal, you wee fucking dork. If I've got to have some machine and I put something in that machine and I get something for less than I fucking paid for it, then that's a fucking win for me. How many people have gone up to a fucking vending machine and got a doubler? You know, they paid for one fucking thing, but they got 2 fucking things instead. And what did you fucking just say? Okay, by the way, excuse me, vendor person who's in charge of this machine. I got an accidental second fucking chocolate bar. Please let me fucking pay for a second fucking bar of fuck off. You fucking take the fucking W. They're rare.
Didn't validly buy it. Okay? And that's what people are doing with these memberships. They're not validly buying them. They found an exploit and YouTube won't plug the hole per se. They won't plug the leak. They're too lazy to do it. So, the word is illegitimate. Oh, there you go. Illegitimate memberships. I guess that's what we should call it, right? Okay, so, because they gifted 300 illegitimate memberships to the channel, this sadly destroys the way that show works, all right? For those who don't know, the way the show works is, there's 3 levels of member on the DSP Reacts channel. Standard, Super, and Ultra. Standard membership was $3.99 USD. Super was $9.99 USD. and Ultra was $20 USD. That's the levels and how they work. The
I
difference.
love how Phil is explaining the more expensive levels of member, and it just fucking provokes some, you know, alcoholic burp coming out of him. I just love that. Like the higher the membership, the more Phil can drink.
In levels is thus: standard member, you get to submit a clip for the show, 2 a week actually, 2 clips you get to submit a week. It goes into a randomized playlist. I just literally hit shuffle play, and we watch them in a randomized order every week, and I jump around that playlist as well, so you have a chance to get your clip watched, but it's not a guarantee. Okay? If you're a super member, you still have that ability to do the submission of a video, but you also get to ask me Q&A questions, and I answer them in kind of a lightning round style. I don't go into massive detail answering, but I try to do like a quick answer to each question. So it's like you get the video submission and you get a question answered every week.
Thank you very much to Logan K for the super chat, who says buying memberships in another country is not an exploit. On the other hand, telling your viewers to go click on the ads is an exploit. Got him? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But that was young Phil. He was young and naive and didn't know better. He was only a young, promiscuous 26-year-old fucking fat tub of lard on YouTube who didn't fucking know any better and thought it was okay to tell his audience to fucking keep clicking on the ads so he can fucking make bank. How was he meant to fucking know, even if it was included in the terms of service? Yeah. Phil, Jesus Christ though, this is... Phil has not lost money from doing this, conceivably, okay? So here's a situation, okay? I'm gonna lay this out here, okay? The annoying thing is, I thought of this last night, and I can't think of the right wording for it now. I had a good wording for it in my head last night, but now when I've been reminded of it, I'm trying to fucking get that wording back, and I can't think of it. Phil either has to admit here that his most loyal fans, like, Derek is a loyal fan, but Derek doesn't want to give Phil $3.99. Those two statements are accurate. They're absolutely truthful as far as we're all aware. Phil even explained multiple times there's nothing he can do about Derek not being able to fucking, you know, like Derek's going to miss out on being a DSP Rack member because Phil is no longer accepting gifted memberships from, you know, people to react to. It seems like so, and that's directly affecting one of his biggest fans. I'm trying to remember how I fucking worded this my dumbass head last night. It's always annoying when you think of a great fucking point in your head, but then when you want to make it, you can't remember how it was you wanted to fucking word the goddamn thing. Anyway, but nah, it's one of those things where if Phil genuinely had fans that cared about him, they would support him regardless of how many numbers of members he had. He removed the members goal because he was fearful of his audience and his regular contributors seeing that number and thinking to themselves, oh, Phil doesn't need my help today. Phil has literally built his entire YouTube campaign, it seems, on the basis of fucking needing help. Like, he's openly admitting here that if he fucking displays the number of members he actually has, it's going to turn off a lot of his prominent supporters from giving him money. And that shouldn't matter, because surely that if Phil's fans genuinely like him, then they wouldn't have a problem giving him money regardless of how fucking successful he was doing, because they like him. So Phil was just openly admitting at this fucking point in time that his entire fucking YouTube career, as of now, as of the last several fucking years, his entire YouTube fucking career has been built on trying to promote himself in a begging sort of light. Like, quite literally, where he fucking has to come across as some pathetic, you know, please, alms for the poor kind of fucking individual. How in the fuck, like, it shouldn't matter how many members you have. If people want to give you money, they will give you money. If people only turn up to your streams, Phil, to give you money when you need it, is that a fan or is that somebody taking pity on you? I would rather have people, you know, support for liking the content than people pitying me and give me a fucking buck or two out of sheer fucking pity. I don't want... I would hate to be fucking felt like that. I would hate to feel like some sort of fucking needy individual like you are, Phil. But I guess you fucking made a goddamn living off of it these days. Like, that's what Phil's admitting to here, basically. He removed the fucking members because he doesn't want to discourage people from contributing to him. Well, Phil's got 2,000 members, he doesn't need my help. What sort of fan would do that? There's no genuine fans that are going to fucking look at that and think, oh, Phil doesn't need my help. They would be happy. True fans would be happy. True fans would see that number and still give Phil money and say, Phil, well done. The members are going great, you're doing amazing, keep up, pal. But Phil's openly admitting he doesn't really have fans like that. He has benefactors that fucking throw him money when Phil cries poor.
If you're the Ultra member, now this is the highest tier, and because of that, you guaranteed get your video clip watched on the show. So if you were doing, $20 a month, 4 videos a month you get watched, right? That's a good value. So that's how it's always worked. This worked for a year. No one has issue with this. It's like clockwork. We have about 100 members on that channel of various different levels. Every week we do a show. It's smooth. It works fine. We've got it down to a science. Now we're hitting the 1-year anniversary in February, and everything's good. And now people find this exploit and use it, and it's going to ruin the show. You can't have 400 people submitting clips, 300 of which didn't pay for it. It illegitimizes people who have paid and supported that channel for the year. Imagine you're a paid supporter of DSP Reacts for a year, and every week you have a chance to get your clip watched. So some weeks it gets watched, some weeks it doesn't. And now it's this coming week, oh, do I get my clip watched? Oh, look, 400 people submitted clips, and now you have 0 chance to get your clip watched. But you paid.
Thank you very much to Prophet for the $1 super chat who didn't have a message, but then he then said in the chat afterwards, I pity you. So yeah, there we go. There's Prophet fucking pitying me by throwing me a buck. Thank you very much, Prophet, for pitying me. Oh, you cheeky bastard. But thank you for the fucking Canadian dollar. Appreciate it, pal.
Paid for it, and you actually paid way more than the people who got the gifted membership, so how is this fair? The answer is it's not. It actually makes it completely unfair. It's a broken system, and it's not right, and it shouldn't be like that.
So here's what. So Phil's grand plan, by the way. So before Phil's about to explain it right now, I think, and I'm not sure. I personally thought this would work. So here's Phil's grand plan. He's going to fucking make a really, really cheap level of standard member. Essentially, the standard members are going to turn into super members if they're going to maintain their standard level of membership. Phil's going to set a new tier level for ultra cheap. That way, when people gift memberships, it automatically defaults to the lowest cost of tier. I'm not sure if that's how it works, because a guy with long hair in the chat earlier on was saying that gifted members, if people want to do a gifted member bomb, some people can actually pick what level tier those members are. I didn't know that was the case. I thought it automatically defaulted to the lowest tier if anyone gifted members. And I think that's what Phil was thinking as well. So that way Phil can still like maintain his like $3.99 membership, but those ones will be super members or whatever. I don't know though, I'm not too sure. Let's see if Phil explain it all though, and let's see if he's, let's see if he explains however.
Okay, so we have to fix this system. Alright, and the question is, how do you fix it? Well, we're going to talk about that in a bit. Let me get through the whole schedule and all of that, because this is going to be a segment we really need to dive deep into how to do this. Essentially what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cancel current membership tiers, which means I'm going to lose that support. It actually cancels memberships. People, have to start over, and I have to create new tiers. But what we have to figure out is how those tiers are going to work properly so that it's fair to everybody. All right, we have to make it so that if someone gifts one of these stupid illegitimate memberships, it goes to a tier that doesn't affect the show, and then we have a tier that's for the show, that people get all the things that they've paid for and more. Because the thing is, I have to increase the cost to make new tiers. I'll explain all of this, all right? Because it's complicated. YouTube system.
I'm going to tick off here's the thing, because Phil said the thing is, it's practically the same thing.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning. Is so convoluted and stupid in the way that it works that I now have to adjust pricing and everything to get this to work properly and give people what they've earned by supporting the channel. All right?
You could just automatically change it so only super members can be allowed to submit videos, Phil. That way, the gifted members, the only perk they would have is seeing the copy of the live stream when you finish doing the show. That could work, Phil, couldn't it? Phil, in theory, Phil doesn't need to fucking touch the prices whatsoever. Just leave it as it is, but change the fucking goals for the certain levels. We'll have it only be the super members at $9.99 get to fucking submit the videos. That way you ensure that no gifted members will be able to sneak in their illegitimate React stuff.
Okay. Anyway, so DSP Reacts went well. And then last night we did the first ever stream on DSP Throwback. I'm very happy to announce it went well. Now, admittedly, I bit off a little more than I could chew because it takes a long time to set up a new stream on a new channel. Not only do I have to just create the stream, I have to set up Nightbot to go in there and moderate. And that was a chore. Then I have to set up all of the pop-ups and notifications for the channel properly. And that's a chore. And I didn't get that done in time. Like, basically, I got pop-ups ready for tips, and I got pop-ups ready for super chats, but I only had like 2 animations I had time to get in there. I was rushing. I couldn't even find the animations for membership. So I was like, I couldn't even get a pop-up notification for memberships ready in time. So I didn't have that ready. So basically, the show worked well, but it wasn't 100% capacity. You know, once I get everything fully set up over there, the streams will be a lot more streamlined and run a lot better, okay? So anyway, that stream went really well. You know, we varied different viewership. You know, at one point we had like maybe 250 viewers. We had over 400 at one point. And what the show was me reacting to the Red Dead Redemption 1 playthrough from 2010. I did 4 parts, each part roughly a half an hour. So we got through like 2 parts of the playthrough and started part 3 and ran out of time. And you might be saying, why only 2 parts? If you did 2 hours of reacting, why did you only get through 2 parts? Because there's a lot to say. You know, I was adding a ton of context, a ton of information a lot of people didn't know about the playthroughs back then and how things went, because things were very different back in the day when I did playthroughs. You know, obviously commentating over my old commentary and making judgments on, you know, the things I said back then, a lot of which were kind of ridiculously immature and irreverent, but that was the point because I was trying to appeal to a teen audience. It was good. Like, in general, the feedback I received, people loved it. People were like, wow, we really enjoyed this. It's better than we thought it was going to actually be at first. And now we want to see more of it. In fact, people who were on the stream immediately were asking, when's the next stream? Okay, first off, just so you know, support on the channel was pretty good. We actually got a bunch of legitimate members, which I think was like maybe between 5 and 10 actual legit members on the channel, which is great, and a bunch of super chats and tips as well. So the stream was successful, all right? Essentially, that was the first chance I had to earn anything on that channel because I don't have advertisements on that channel yet. So I did earn some, and that's good because there's a lot of effort that's gone into DSP Throwback over the course of this month right now, and it finally is starting to see some payback, which is great, okay? By the way, once again, I didn't update the schedule. I swear I did, though. All right, hold on a second here. The schedule's not updated. Yeah, you know what? Let me do this right now. I swear to God I updated this, but maybe I didn't hit save.
Dumbass.
Fuck you, Phil.
Fuck you, Phil.
Bruh.
Okay. I saved. All right, if you guys want to try the schedule command again, I think we got it working. Sorry about that, because I swear I've been updating the schedule, but 2 days in a row now you guys are using the command and it's wrong. So hopefully now this is working. Excuse me. Oh my God. Whew. Let's see if it works now. Yes. Cool. Excellent. All right, excellent. So excellent, right? Good. Now what was I saying? Oh, so the DSP Throwback, it went really well. Got some initial support on that channel, and the good news is, because there were a lot of viewers on that stream. And then what I did is I made that stream an archive, so if you're a member on that channel, you can watch that stream on demand right now as an on-demand video. Plus, I'm now splitting that up into 4 parts, and 1 part will be uploaded a day for the next 4 days. 1 went live last night, 1 will go live tonight at 10 p.m., 1 at Tuesday, 1 at Wednesday, 10 p.m. So now that channel not only has ongoing parts of the Final Fantasy 13 and the Red Dead playthroughs, but now you're going to have parts of my commentary on the Red Dead playthrough as well. So now DSP Throwback is going in a full swing. We finally got a bunch of full-fledged content on that channel going, right? That channel absolutely is going to qualify for ads very soon. If it didn't qualify already, it's going to qualify within the next 1 or 2 days. All I'm waiting for is YouTube takes a few days to update total views on the channel when it comes to like total watch hours, I think it is. So definitely it's going to qualify now, and I'll be able to enable ads on the videos. So now I'll make a little bit of residual income from those watching the videos on demand, and whenever I stream, I'll also be making income on the streams. So
And it's all about the money. After all, of course, that's why Phil... Anytime Phil puts a little modicum of effort into anything, it's not for the fans' benefit. It's for his own personal financial gain.
That's great. It's going to make it that channel will be more viable to put work into now, okay? So, it went really well. And I want to say thanks. Anyone who was there last night, you were a great interactive audience, and I loved having the conversation with the audience while I was doing the commentary about these older videos. And everyone seemed very eager to do another stream. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to do a stream on DSP Throwback every week, and there's a couple reasons for this. Number one, there's not a lot of video content on the channel to begin with. It's 1 part a day. And I can't go more than one part a day. Reason being, they take a long time to edit those videos. So one part a day of a half an hour is the most that really the capacity can handle right now.
And it's not even Phil that edits the fucking videos. It's some other stupid bastard doing the editing for him. Phil's essentially waiting there, twiddling his fucking thumbs because someone else is doing all the goddamn hard work.
If I were to do a stream of that once or twice a week, we would run out of content. Like right now, we watch the first 2 parts of Red Dead. If I did another stream, we'd probably do the next 2 to 3 parts. And within another 2 to 3 streams, we'd have no Red Dead to go through. We'd be caught up and there'd be nothing to...
There's an excellent point there about Dips. Doesn't Phil have the option to give some free memberships now? You know what, I think he does, but I don't think he wants to. It's probably not in his mind. Phil's probably still a bit bitter and envious and just fucking salty about all the massive amounts of free members already in his channel, thanks to Argentina and their wily ways of pricing memberships.
Watch, you see? So it makes more sense to do it more slowly, and do it over time as opposed to rush right into it. Now also, let's be honest here, the more that I work on projects outside of DSP Gaming means less gameplay for DSP Gaming. And last year, the direct feedback you gave me when I started doing way more work on the React channel was that I was doing too much reacting and it was taking away from the gaming. So I did cut back. Remember, we were doing big events once a month. We were doing marathons of reacting to documentaries and stuff like that. And we were doing special events like tier makers and stuff often. And you guys basically told me, no, that's too much. We want more gameplay on DSP Gaming. So please keep doing that, okay? So that's basically what I'm focused on. So here's the thing. I'm okay with maybe every other week on a weekend, like on a Sunday night, doing throwback night, right? Sunday throwbacks or something like that, where we do retro react. That's what this series will now be called, retro react, where I react to stuff from the past and give you commentary and modern takes on it. It could be gameplay, like more Red Dead. It could be Final Fantasy. Hell, it could be a night where we just hang out and we talk about the past and we can talk about old YouTube channel layouts and things like that. And all kinds of stuff.
Jesus Christ, Phil, we get it. You fucking miss the old goddamn days of YouTube where you were fucking doing well and you were financially successful and you were just raking in the goddamn money. It was gravy train days for you. We understand you fucking paying for those good old days on YouTube where you're fucking a big fucking shot and a big fucking deal. But Phil, those days are past now. And in the past they must remain. I went to a bit of a fucking national anthem. My bad. I was Flower of Scotland. That was my bad.
So Retro React is the name of this new project on DSP Throwback, okay? So when will the next one be? I'll tell you right now, not next week. Because next week we got 2 new releases. I'm going to be focused heavily on those and everything else going on. So maybe in 2 weeks, maybe we want to reassess in like 2 weeks time. So 2 weeks would be, what, like February 4th? Yeah, I think like February 4th would be the day. So maybe on February 4th, we do the next Retro React stream on DSP Throwback. And we just do it, you know, every couple of weeks. So that way we have content on there that's more than just a pure playthroughs, but it doesn't take away so much from my other ongoing content, right? That's what I'm thinking anyway. But I was very pleased. A lot of attendance, a lot of viewership, good support. Couldn't have been happier with how that first stream went, all right? So, oh, by the way, I strongly recommend you subscribe to DSP Throwback because people couldn't chat. They were there and they were like, oh, I can't chat. Yeah, it's a 24-hour sub mode, just like this channel, just like DSP React. I have to do that to stop trolling. So please be, you know, careful about that because some people were disappointed they couldn't talk. Like, yeah, subscribe to the channel now. That way you'll be ready for when the next stream happens. Okay? Okay. Oh, and by the way, yes, of course, the troll showed up to that stream and gifted a bunch of memberships, but it didn't matter. Like on that channel, the membership just supports the channel. That's it. You don't get any features, like you don't submit videos or anything. So it literally didn't affect the channel negatively at all. So I don't give a crap about that, you know?
Paul doesn't give a crap about fucking memberships on a fucking throwback channel. There you go. It's only purely for his own financial gain. Members don't get a goddamn thing on his throwback channel. Why would Phil openly admit to this? The mask is fully off here. He doesn't care about his fucking members. All he cares about is his own fucking bottom line, how much fucking money he's getting from these fucking demented dentheads that fucking throw money at him because Phil is fucking desperate for fucking money so he can spend it immediately, and then the fucking following day the cycle repeats all over again. And once again he's asking for more fucking money.
The thing that really affects me is the DSP React stuff, and that's what we got to figure out today. All right, so that was yesterday. Let's talk about the coming week, okay? Today, it's the conclusion of Resident Evil 0 Remastered. I hope. I don't know exactly if it's going to finish because we're at this boss, and this boss seems ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how to hurt him. He's a leech boss, so I don't know if you need to hit him with flames first so he'll take damage like the regular leech enemies, or if you could just shoot him and it works. I have no clue. The problem is you have to have both characters in the room at the same time, and whatever character you're not controlling is a doofus and just gets grabbed and hit immediately, and this boss on the hard difficulty takes your whole energy bar in 2 hits.
Well, how about you? How do you think those characters fucking feel being controlled by a fucking doofus? It's you that fucking controls them, Phil, ultimately, and it's you that I've never played the game, but from what I understand, it's pretty easy to fucking tell your characters what they fucking do.
So I really don't know how to beat the boss, and I'll be honest, I didn't really have time to research. You know, I'm sure I could have looked at my old playthrough, but I didn't have time.
Research. You're gonna cheat. You're gonna look up how to beat the final boss so you can get through it all. Phil, wait. What happened to a blind and true, honest, genuine, no bullshit playthrough? If you're gonna let the fucking chat hold your hand and look up fucking solutions, and what's the fucking point of watching somebody beat a boss when they know how to beat them before time? What is the point of that, Phil? Why would anyone want to watch someone who knows how to beat the boss already without figuring it out? Part of the fun of watching a streamer do these kind of fucking playthroughs is watching them figure shit out.
Time to do that. So I'm kind of just winging it, and it might take a while to get past this boss today. I don't know. From what I'm to understand, we're very close to the end. Like, if I beat this boss, maybe there's like another hour of gameplay, and that's the game. That's the end of it. So we are there, and we should beat it today and wrap it up so we can move on to other playthroughs and new games on Friday, okay? So that's exciting. I hope you'll join me today, and I hope if I get stuck, you guys will give me advice on how to do this, because I definitely want to beat the game today, all right? Then tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, ladies and gentlemen, it's a bittersweet late night stream tonight, because tonight is the finale of Street Fighter 6. The finale. After how many months, right, playing this game? It came out early June of last year. So I've been playing it consistently for like 7+ months at this point. It's time to wrap it up and do the final gameplay tonight so we can move on to Tekken 8 starting this Friday. Okay? So I hope you guys will join me for it tonight. It's going to be Blanca, the character who I've done the best with, played the most with. We're just going to go all in and see what kind of matches I can have tonight with Blanca. Hopefully I get some wins. I'm sure there'll be rage. So it's going to be fun. It'll be the final send-off for Street Fighter 6. If you can make it, please be there to give it its send-off. And it's been a great time. Don't get me wrong. With all the rage and all the stuff that's happened in the time I played this game, I've absolutely loved it. You know, it's the best fighting game I've played in many, many years. It got me back into competitive fighting games in a big way after being completely turned off by Street Fighter 5. To come back to fighting games with Street Fighter 6 has been a delight. And I'm happy to play it one more time tonight. Okay? Very nice.
So I guarantee you, he is hyping up the hell of it being like the final one for a while. He is hoping to all hell that Jack Straxer will be very generous with what could be a final big contribution for Street Fighter 6. He is going to be so goddamn hopeful that Jack Straxer will turn up with at least 3 digits in tipping money.
Then, on Tuesday, it's the continuation of Baldur's Gate 3 on the first stream. We're going to continue on now and head into Act 2. Finally, we're heading into Act 2, and since we're doing Act 2, I'm strongly considering swapping out Will and putting Shadowheart into my party, especially because apparently now we have a great build for her. Like, we have good armor, we've got this crazy good mace, right? And now we can level her up and class her well, because apparently at the beginning of the game she sucked, but now she gets much better if you reclass her, which I think we should do. So I think that's going to be great and a fun stream on Tuesday. Tuesday night stream, we're going to try Palworld again. Palworld is the shocking hit of the internet. Now, no exaggeration, over 1 million people. That's concerning. People are playing it concurrently on Steam. It's sold something like...
Wait, what was that number, Phil?
Internet. Now, no exaggeration, over 1 million people are playing it concurrently on Steam.
Over 1 million. Interesting number.
Jesus!
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, 6 million.
I'm not even sorry.
6 million.
I'm not even sorry.
That's a pretty interesting number, isn't it? 6 million. Well, guess what? You're wrong. It didn't happen. You're making it up, right? You make that shit up. No, how about this? Banned. Gone forever. Because I don't put up with your fucking bullshit.
Now that was good. Now that was a fucking good one. The boss being raised.
It's always good to play that. Phil said 1 million, I had to do it. And Phil said the magic million word. So naturally I had to fucking do it. I wanted to, and so there it is. But the card is doing quite well, the bingo card. We are 11 snorts, or so 11 snorts, we need 25. Phil isn't snorting as much as usual today, not sure why, but we're at 5 burps, so I'm quite confident we can get a free space in the burps. Also remember guys, 100 likes on the bingo stream before we finish playing bingo is a free space as well. We are 7 away from a full house, so fingers crossed we can get there.
It sold something like 3 million copies and climbing. Everyone is playing Palworld. I played it on Saturday. I thought it was fine. I wasn't blown away by it, but I also could understand the addictive nature and why people liked it so much. Hilariously enough, for a game that definitely feels like it's a wonky and unfinished game, It looks and runs better than Pokemon.
It is a fucking unfinished game. What the fuck are you talking about, Phil? It's like early kind of access kind of fucking bullshit where I fucking just gauging interest, and yes, it's done quite well so far. But oh my god.
Like, I'm embarrassed to say that. It looks and runs better than anything Game Freak has put out in the last 5 years. That's sad. Like, wow, I'm playing Pokemon, and the Pokemon looks so good, and the graphics are so good. Yeah, because they fucking ran it on a good engine, on a modern console or PC, instead of on a terribly outdated engine on a piece of shit outdated console in the Switch. So, of course it looks better, right? So, pretty crazy. And I'm excited to play it again. And here the thing is, it's a survival game, and after having played it on Saturday, we got to a point where I have a little village that's kind of self-sufficient. The pals are building, the pals are harvesting, the pals are feeding and doing things, and now I can kind of head out and explore more. So now I feel like when I play it again on Tuesday night, it'll actually be a little bit more exciting, because it's not just stuck at your home base. You can actually go out and venture more. We actually got a new weapon. I think I have the ability to craft better armor and stuff like that. So things are opening up and getting more exciting now, okay? And by the way, it absolutely is the style of game that's like a late night chill experience. It's going to be a lot of people talking with me, feedback on what to do and what pals to catch and things like that. This is not the kind of game that I would want to sit there and play by myself, or sit there and play as a daytime stream all the time. This reminds me of the nights we used to do Minecraft. That's exactly what this game is reminding me of. We could maybe do this game like once a week as a late night chill stream and just play it for a couple hours, make some progress, interact, and it could be like how we used to do Minecraft once a week. I'm really feeling like the game has that level of potential, but I have to see people want to show up and engage in support with it. You know, we played it on Saturday. It was kind of an oddity. I don't know if people are going to like it long term or not. Just because it's virally popular on the internet does not mean it's for my audience. And I know that. I know that the people here, we are not the mainstream audience for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. And go from there. All right? Let's see how it goes Tuesday night. Then on Wednesday, all right, it's going to be more Baldur's Gate 3. My final major stream of Baldur's Gate 3 for a while, because now I'm going to focus on new releases, and Baldur's Gate 3 will likely be balanced in with everything else every once in a while. And then Wednesday night, Sea of Stars, which is...
Oh, he's boring me to death. I'm going 1.5. That was 1.25 the whole time, but we're going to speed up, because Phil is boring me tremendously.
Excellent. We actually got a big chunk in the Sea of Stars the other day, and now we're in the open world of the game, where now you can sail around and do stuff, and we're actually about to head out into that adventure of the game. So I'm excited to play more Sea of Stars Wednesday night and see where the game goes. So there you go. I'm excited, and I hope that you guys will join me all week for all that content. I'm off from streaming on Thursday. On Friday, it's big new release day. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth premiering on the first stream, Tekken 8 on the late stream, and Tekken 8 will 100% jump right into multiplayer. No exaggeration. I'm not even going into training mode. I'm just going to go right into multiplayer and start playing this game and see how I do. It'll be exciting. I'm going to play with Paul and maybe King and just try to kick ass and see if I can beat people. And if I get my ass beat, it's fine. But I'm excited to get back into Tekken in any capacity, you know? So it should be a fun time, and I hope you'll be there Friday night for the premiere of Tekken 8, okay? So great week coming up, and then what'll happen is a balance of those two games for most of the week. Maybe for variety, I'll throw in something like a night stream of Baldur's Gate 3 or something every once in a while for variety, but definitely there's going to be a lot of content of Tekken 8 and Like a Dragon next week coming up, all right? Cool? All right, now... I think we should figure out this DSP React situation, because it's actually bothering me. Like, it's in the back of my head, man. Right, by now, I normally would have posted up the threads by which channel members can nominate clips for next week, and I can't do that because the show's all screwed up now because of this membership exploit. Okay, so I want to explain to you how to fix it, but we need to brainstorm how exactly it's going to work. All right, so allow me to explain right now how DSP versus the internet works. And let me 5 in a row. That's concerning. Explain how my proposed fix will work, but then we got to figure out exactly how to implement it. Okay. Does that sound good? Okay. This guy, there's someone in the chat who literally is having a discussion with himself. It's pretty funny. All I have to do is read one sentence. Just change your goals from subs to just plain dollar amount. Problem solved. Change my goals. I look down at my screen. Do you see any goals? There's a tips goal. Do you see any other goal?
Do you see any goals? There's one right there. Oh, do you see any other goals? Phil, they gave you a solution. They gave you also a mention goal. There we go. 5 in a row. That's concerning. It's a solid solution, in my opinion. A very easy short-term fix solution. Let's listen to it again.
Literally is having a discussion with himself. It's pretty funny. All I have to do is read one sentence. Just change your goals from subs to just plain dollar amount. Problem solved. Change my goals. I look down at my screen. Do you see any goals?
Yeah, it's a tips goal.
There's a tips goal. Do you see any other goal?
It used to be a members goal until you fucking remove the members because you're ashamed that people might not give you money if they saw 2,000 members on your channel.
Do you see any sub goal? What is this guy talking about? He's like talking to himself. I swear. Every day is a new adventure on the internet for me. It's like, what is going on? This guy's been going on for 20 minutes talking to himself in my chat. And no one knows what he's talking about. And he's like, change your goals on your stream. I look down like, goal? What is he even talking about? Anyway, let's exercise the demons. You got the holy water? Ah! All right. I cast you out. I cast you out. All right, here we go. Let us start now talking about DSP react. Okay. So, DSP React is a show I do once a week. It's a React show over on my React channel where basically people submit clips and I watch them back. Ultra members who pay the most amount, it's like $20 a month, get their clips watched every week. So for 20 bucks, you get to submit 4 clips that all get watched on the show over the course of a month. That's pretty good. For like $5 a week, it's a guarantee of a video every single week, right? That's pretty darn good. And that's fine, and that's not going to change. The problem is, because now we have people having these illegitimate ways of granting memberships to hundreds of people, the shows are kind of ruined in the current format, because the current format is, for $3.99 you become a standard member, and you have the ability to submit a video, or 2 videos I should say, a week, that goes into a thread. I take that thread and I make a playlist of videos out of it, and I literally hit shuffle play. And that's how we watch videos on the show. And that determines the order and everything, and we watch randomized videos. You never know what you're going to see on that show. It works. People like the show, I like the show. But the problem now is if hundreds and hundreds of people have these memberships and didn't pay for them, it ruins that format. Too many people submitting videos, and it's not fair to those who paid legitimately, so we can't do it that way anymore.
Read them on a second, Phil. Read them on a second for a second. What if somebody actually fucking gifted you, like genuinely, like, let's not even fucking say gifted, okay? Let's pretend that some, you know, like Moist Critical recommends people to go to fucking DSP Reacts, and all of a sudden Phil has an influx of like fucking 300 or 400 actual genuine members. Phil would obviously get a big massive boost in his fucking money and his financials. These are all legitimate, you know, these people are fucking willingly being members of DSP Reacts. But wouldn't that also create the same problem? Where he would have to fucking create content for those 400 people. But all the memberships are valid. So what would Phil do in that situation? Would he have the same excuse? Would he have the same argument? Would he tell those new members, I'm sorry, I can't do this because there's too many? Bullshit. The more the merrier, as long as Phil's getting fucking paid for it. Nah, I don't buy the excuse, Phil, that it's too much. Nah. Because, for fuck's sake, you always want that channel. Every time Phil had that channel open, you go to any fucking DSP React stream from before. In fact, we can do it ourselves. We can actually fucking do it ourselves right now. You go to any fucking time Phil's done DSP Reacts. Let's fucking go to his shitey fucking channel and look for ourselves, but you'll see exactly what I fucking mean. Let's click on... let's do it from a few, you know, one of these older ones. Yeah, from last week's shite. Look at that, a members goal. At the very bottom of the screen, a members goal. He is always wanting to increase his members. Every single time Phil has done DSP Reacts, he's always been eager to increase the members. And grow and get more and more members. And he wants more and more and more and more. And at no point did Phil ever seem to fucking want to stop growing members on DSP Reacts. Otherwise he would have said so. But all of a sudden 100 is a magical number where he wants to stay. He wants to stay around 100. 100 is fucking, you know, the fucking amazing magical number. And if it goes beyond that, then it's going to be too much work for Phil. Nah. At no point did Phil ever say that. I'm not buying his fucking excuse.
We have to fix it, okay? Now currently there is a super member level. It's $10 a month. The benefit is you get to submit clips for the show as if you're a standard member, but you also get to ask a question in a thread for Q&A. And what I do is out of all the show, like when I hit like part 5, which is like hour 3 of the show, I take that first segment of part 5 and I answer the Q&A questions from super members. To be clear, I have 2 super members on DSP Reacts. That's it. 2. Out of the 100 people that are members, 2 are super members. So this isn't a giant concern, all right? But there's some people who are currently paying $10 to get video submissions and these Q&A questions. And every week we get at least the 1 or 2 people who take advantage of the Q&A questions, okay? Now, here's the problem, all right? Because of these fake gifted memberships, we can't keep these tiers anymore. It doesn't work. We can't have 400 people submitting clips. People who've played various different amounts for it. That's not fair. Everyone should be on the same playing field when it comes to video submissions, all right? So what we need to do is we need to make it so that to submit a video, it's not a gifted membership. That's what we need to do. It's the only way to fix the problem. I wish I could fix the pricing. I wish I could fix the loophole that is created on YouTube. I can't do that. I also can't change the price of memberships. What the standard and super levels that are there, I can't change the pricing. YouTube does not allow you to change the price on the fly at all. You have to actually cancel the entire membership level, meaning anyone who's in that level, you'll lose all that income. YouTube removes it, all right? And then you have to make a whole new level, and then you have to have people come in and redo their memberships, right? So right off the bat, I can tell you this is a big undertaking because I have to have people pay attention to the fact that I have to...
Oh god, a fucking super chat. Argentina time. Oh, it got leaned. I have 2,000 accounts on Argent. I can't mind what it said exactly. I cannot mind exactly what it said there. But if someone just fucking pretending they're gonna fucking spam Phil's DSP Reacts channel with like fucking thousands of memberships, what the hell? Jesus Christ, man. Fuck me. Right, let's crack on with bingo. We're 4 away from a full. We're 4 away from a full house. This is a very strong, robust card. And to think Meester was fucking saying it's a shite card at the start of the stream. We are very close to a full house, and there's plenty more to go.
Cancel the tiers and then resubscribe to a new tier of membership. A lot of people probably won't even do that right off the bat. So immediately this is going to result in lost income for me. Is that fair? No, I didn't do anything wrong. Someone found an exploit on YouTube and won't stop using it.
Phil, it's not lost income, though. You're not. This is not somebody stealing members from you. You are literally gaining members. You're just not getting as much money per member as you would like. But over it, oh, for God's sake, fuck off. Just fuck the fuck off, you fucking fuck.
I can't stop the exploit, so now I lose income. It's bullshit. All right, it is. It's complete bullshit, and it shouldn't be allowed. But what can I do? I can sit here and I can whine and cry, and stamp my feet like a baby, saying wah, 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 and I just did. But now I got it out of my system, and now it's like, what can I do? I got to move on positively, right? So I will move on positively and say we're just gonna try to fix this now. All right. Now, admittedly, what this means is since we're going to create new tiers, the lower tier is going to be for people who do this exploit and gift these memberships, and they will not be able to submit videos, all right? So essentially what I want to do is make a tier that's just like base tier or standard tier, and all that tier is you get emotes and you get your chat crown badge, and that's it. You don't get anything else. It's just a basest level, entry level. And if they want to gift that one till the cows come home, give me 50,000 subscriptions or whatever, 50,000 memberships over there worth $0, they can do that. I don't care. It won't affect anything, okay? What I need to do is I need to make a new tier of membership where people can submit videos, but, and here's the catch, this is what really, really sucks. The cost of the tier of membership has to be above $5. Why? Because that's how YouTube set it up. The way YouTube is set up, gifted memberships always gift the highest tier of membership up to $5.
Okay, Jesus Christ, man. I think, obviously somebody's been keeping a very close eye on the memberships and tracking the numbers as well. Profit. And I think he's got something to say about this membership saga. So, Profit, man, what's on your mind, pal?
Okay, so let's just go over the obvious off the start. Phil would never receive this amount of memberships to begin with. Okay, like 2,150 memberships in total across 3 channels in less than a week would never happen if the VPN thing was found. Okay, yeah. He wouldn't see this. So him thinking that he's losing income, this is income that he would never see regardless, right? And him saying like one membership means absolutely nothing. Well, technically it's about 5 cents American. So you do the math on that, right? That's after YouTube's cut. He's making $80.54 on the new 2,150 memberships in total. Okay? Now with him explaining how he needs to make a new tier, all he has to do is make a new tier and call it Troll Supporter and make it 99 cents, keep everything else the same. But he's going to try to scam, right?
Right.
That's all he needs to do. He's going to try to scam, though, and increase the prices for the other ones. He could keep everything the same and just add a Troll tier support.
Just what I thought he was
at
going to
99 cents. Yeah. But he's going to change. He's going to cancel all the tiers.
See,
why?
The thing is, though, I don't know if that's going to work, though, because I think for memberships that are under $5, you can pick one or the other, I think. And because his current lowest rates one is under $5 as well, that means people could still pick that one, I think.
I think it's still regional. I don't know. I gotta check when I get home. So I'm gonna do a video on it, right?
Sick Monkey saying nope, that won't work. It won't work. And I think Phil just explained it as well, where he has no choice but taking a have one tier be over $5 because YouTube would allow gifted memberships up to $5, and I think that would cover. If there's 2 sets, if there's 2 tiers and the both of them are below $5, I think that people have the option when they're gifting what tier that goes to. So what, basically, even
I can check it.
Yeah.
I can check it with the VPN and see what's there. But as far as I'm aware, all he has to do is just add a 4th tier and call it Troll Support.
Apparently,
keep everything else the same.
And on a stream last night, which I was asleep for, it's like on 3 AM when I stream. But apparently Anne showed everything on the stream last night, and all these kind of variables and everything else. We went over it. So apparently Anne covered quite a lot of this as well. So
it might be regional though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It may
like
be regional,
in a region like in the region like Argentina, you may only have that one gifted. In the United States or Canada or the UK, you may be able to choose your gifted. I've never checked into that, and I need to do it for the video. But like, what's going to stop somebody from just gifting one membership at a time, right? Because we know the way that Phil notices it is if it's a 50-member bomb and the way the name comes up. Like if I name myself like Swing By and I donate 50 memberships, Phil's automatically going to tag that as a foreigner troll gift bomb, right?
Yeah.
But what if it's real? Like Phil won't know till the next day, and then he'll have to come on stream and go like, you know, guys, that 50-member bomb yesterday was actually in USD. Because he doesn't know on the fly, so he's just banning anything that's 50 memberships.
And by the way,
that's all he's doing.
And that super chat that got leaned out on before I could read it out properly, somebody called themselves Argentina Time. I have 2 key accounts ready to become members on DSP Reacts. Prepare for more Argentina accounts. Waste of money, but still funny.
And also remember, you're giving Phil money regardless of how much it is. When you add it up,
it's like troll tipping.
Exactly, it's like $80. Yeah,
up.
You're troll tipping. It's $80 that you're giving Phil, and he's going to turn that into like 5 or 6 WWE polls. So just like think about that, right? Like the member bombs, they were funny, right? And now it's just to the point like, yeah, it's not really funny anymore.
It's definitely
money.
ran its course. It's definitely, if I had shadow of a doubt, ran its course. But yeah, although, what if? I mean, also we have hypothesized before. OIC, attention seeker. Sometimes they seem to be a massive DSP fan. Sometimes they'll go against the grain and do things intentionally to piss off DSP. What if they can think of us as a good way for them to keep up supporting Phil, but doing it on the cheap?
Well, I'm 6 million% sure that OIC was Nikita to begin with. Right? Like, I think OIC started this, and then it just snowballed. And OIC is sitting back laughing.
It's very possible.
Right?
Very, very possible.
Right? And then that's always been my theory, that this was an OIC op. OIC knew what he was doing. He did it, and then it just snowballed from all the detractors doing it, right?
Yeah.
And now Phil's on here. Like, of course, the mask is completely off. It's just about the money. He doesn't give a shit about the community getting memberships. It's just like, I'm not getting paid, guys.
For fuck's sake,
you
Phil,
are?
Phil just got 20 gifted members. The username, Phil is a pig.
Yeah, see, and like, doing something like that, like, he's gonna know, okay, that's a troll membership. If you named it like Super Gamer Man and gifted 20, he would probably think that that is legit. Until tomorrow when he found out the revenue didn't count.
The weird
right?
thing is,
it was instead of being like,
it took a while for members to actually start showing up in Phil's chat. You know, it took a while for the fucking chat to find members. So far, there's been 4 found, but it looks like it's struggling to actually find legitimate members. It's only like a 20, only 20.
Well, think about last night.
Yeah.
Think about last night. Only 10 viewers purchased legit memberships.
Yeah, crazy man, crazy.
Right, 10 people. Out of like supposedly like the 207,000 subscribers he has, 10 people purchased legit memberships. Everything else, there was 250 Argentinian memberships.
Right, I mean, it's
that's what showed up last night.
I can't tell people what to do with their fucking money, of course. I'm in no position to do that, but what I will say is I think this has ran its course. I think it's dumb as hell to give Phil money. Has it been funny? Yes. Has him sparking out about fucking Argentinian fucking super chats and member bombs been funny? Yes, it has. But I think it's ran its course. Stop giving Phil money. And I
agree.
People can still fucking do it, but I'm in no position to tell people what to fucking do with their money. But I just think it's ran its course, and it's $80. It's still a good chunk of change for Phil.
Yeah, that he can feed Sushi the cat, right? And she needs it because she's starving. So, like, if you want to give him money and do this, you know what? We can't stop you. Recommendation is always never give Phil anything, right? Don't click dislike on his channels. Don't do comments on his videos, because you're interacting. You're giving him interaction, which leads to analytics. Don't troll tip him, because regardless, you're giving him money.
But by the way, guys, if you can hear a noise in the background, that is the weather right now. There is hailstones battering off my window. So if you keep hearing
outside.
Yeah, it's just so in case you guys are hearing background noise at my end, yeah, it's like the end of days kind of weather here right now. It seems like it's crazy. We've had some mental storms right now in the UK the last couple of days, and that was a whole. I see my microphone picking up this fucking, picking up some of the noise from my window getting battered. So I just thought I'd explain that very briefly in case you guys were hearing some random background noise. Yeah, it is stormy as fuck here right now. So yeah.
I'll let you go, man. Stay safe. That's all I wanted to say on it. Just this has run its course.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I know
we had our laugh.
I know you've been keeping tabs, you know what I mean? So you're definitely kind of well suited to kind of give some feedback or whatever as well, because obviously you've been doing the calculations. $80 for all the gifted memberships combined is still a good chunk of change. And Phil's pretending he's only got 5 cents. Is mental.
Yeah, he's lying and telling his audience that I only got 5 cents, guys. I got 4 cents out of all these memberships. And it's like, no, you didn't.
Lies.
So,
yeah.
okay, I'll let you go.
Cheers, man. Catch you later, man. Bye.
Later.
Yeah. So if I were to make a lower tier membership that's like $1 or $2, and then I had a tier that was $4, which is currently what the standard is now, and someone gifted, it would gift the standard membership and it would screw the whole channel up again. And there'd be no point to me redoing this. And there's nothing I can do about that at all. Okay? That's just how YouTube works. The gifted memberships gift the highest possible membership up to $5. So my membership has to be above $5 to fix it. All right? There's another problem. YouTube doesn't let you do custom pricing for memberships. Their memberships are priced as follows. $1.99.
Wait. You did do. You absolutely can set your fucking membership prices. I kept mine at a default just because I was just fucking going through it quick, whatever. But yeah, you can definitely fucking set up your membership prices. Also, I'm hearing all sorts of fucking car alarms. I can't believe the hailstorms. I have never experienced hail that bad, hailstones that bad, where car alarms are getting set off in the fucking street. Now, I know there's places around the world where the weather's crazier than that, you get fucking monsoons, you get fucking massive amounts of rain, you get hailstones the size of your fucking, prophet's big bald head. Yes, I understand that, but still, I know there's worse places to be in the world for extreme weather, but still, god damn, this is a whole lot of fucking wind and rain and shitey weather we're getting right now. Fucking shout out to January weather.
$2.99, $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, $6.99, $7.99, $8.99, $9.99, $10.99, yada 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 yada. That's how it works. You can't just type it in and say, I want it to be $5.01.
Oh, that's what he's fucking complaining about. He doesn't want. Phil. Oh, I see now. I was so confused there. I thought Phil was meaning that you can't fucking set it at different levels, that you're fucking forced to set it at one specific one. Nah, you cannot have a very custom exact amount. No. It needs to be something 99 apparently. So that's just the way it goes on YouTube.
It doesn't work. You have to go by their pre-established pricing model. All right? So basically, right now, to fix DSP Reacts, the Ultra members stay exactly the same. Okay? I have to cancel the standard and the super tiers, so they won't even exist anymore. I have to create 2 new tiers. One would be considered standard.
Well, you've only got 2 members and super members anyway, so that's no big fucking loss.
And I think the next one I'm going to call is submission tier. And I'm going to do it as cheap as I possibly can. So whatever that standard is, I don't even know what it'll be, $1, $2, whatever the lowest is I can make it, I'm going to make it the lowest amount. And then submission tier.
I believe the lowest you can go is 99 cents, Phil. I believe, that's the kind of absolute lowest setting you can have.
Will be the lowest possible, which according to YouTube's criteria would be $5.99 to avoid that tier being gifted out. Okay? Now, there will no longer be a super tier. I'm just eliminating that tier entirely. All right? But what that means is that if you now are going to be a submission tier member on DSP Reacts, first of all, yes, you still get to submit 2 clips a week for the show, so that's not going to change in any way. But you will also be able to put a question in for the Q&A. All right? But here's the problem with that now. All right?
Before Phil even explains what the problem is that because he doesn't fucking count these, with Phil's plan is going to hemorrhage the number of members he has on DSP Reacts, because gifted memberships will not count for anything anymore, and they won't have a say in what fucking happens to the content. Phil's going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel. He's going to be fucking dragging out every fucking clip now, because he's not going to have enough.
The real problem. This is going to upset me. This is going to screw up the Q&A now. Because the way the Q&A has always worked, all right, is basically that if you post up your question, I answer it. Like guaranteed. Because we didn't get that many. I get like a couple a week. So I'd say, okay, it's time for Q&A. And we'd rattle through Q&A. We'd answer like 4 or 5 questions within like 10 minutes and we'd be right back to videos. But now, if everyone who's at this submission level tier is going to be submitting questions, I could potentially end up with a ton of questions. And how do I answer them all when I also need to do as much reacting to videos as possible, right? So there's a few things that I thought about. I mean, number one would be one entire part of the show is dedicated to Q&A. So instead of just doing 10 minutes, 30 minutes of the show is dedicated to Q&A. So I do like lightning round questions for 30 minutes to answer everybody's questions, right? But even then, that might not work, all right? I might not have enough time. The other thing would be, do like I do with the clips. It's random. So I'll make a thread for clips, and I'll make a thread for questions. And basically, most of the show is clips, but one segment of the show is questions, and I just random select questions. So you have a chance to get your question answered on the show. It's not a guarantee, but a chance. And in that way, it's kind of equal to what we're doing right now, all right? And basically, I don't think it's going to be great no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, there's no good solution here. No matter what. It's an unfair solution because people who've been paying $3.99 a month now have to increase to $5.99 to submit clips. I don't want to do that, but I have to. I literally have to do that to fix the problem. Do you understand? And by the way, someone had a solution that doesn't work. Someone would say, make the submission tier lower than the standard tier. That way, if the submission tier, everyone can submit clips, but the standard tier is the one that's gifted. That's not how it works on YouTube. It's tiered access. So if there's a tier that's above the lowest, they get all of the perks under plus that. So a gifted membership would still be able to submit clips, and I can't stop that. Like, there's no way to actually stop that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. That sounds very technical. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. All right, let me put it this way. An Ultra member has access to everything under them plus the Ultra member perk. You see what I'm saying? So if I made a $4.99 standard member, and that's the one that gets gifted, and then I made a $2.99 submission tier, the gifted tier would still be able to submit clips, and I can't stop that. It gets everything under it. So I can't do it that way. I know what you're saying. You're thinking, oh, you know, fix this. I can't fix it. There's no way I can do it that way. It's screwed up. I have to have it so that we have kind of this low-end dummy tier that absorbs the gifted memberships, but has no other access to any other perks.
See, I never knew that. Well, then again, this is not my fucking job. I do this as a fucking hobby. I don't fucking have to pay attention to all the fucking nitty-gritty ins and outs of fucking YouTube memberships and how they fucking work. Phil, though, he should have known us well beforehand, but before now, but this is his livelihood after all, for fuck's sake. So he should have been very well aware of this before fucking today. But yeah, I had no idea that was a case. I thought it was a case of, set the standard tier to be as cheap as possible. That way, all the gifted memberships will just fucking filter there. Problem solved. I never knew there was a $5 threshold. So that's quite educational for me.
And then we have to have the tier to submit clips above that, above $5, so it can't get gifted. That's the only way to fix this. Okay? HoboX says, why cancel any existing tiers and not just add the submission tier as the fourth and let people move over for the first month? Because if I don't cancel the tiers, that's not fair. Let's say someone right now is subscribed at $3.99 and they're not even paying attention to any of this. And now all of a sudden I take away their access to submit clips, but they're still paying $3.99. They'll be like, I paid for my subscription, I didn't get what I was agreed to. They agreed to pay $3.99 a month to be able to submit clips. And if I take that away, I basically kind of violated what I promised. You understand? It's like a violation of the agreement that we had. And it's not fair to them, especially those who have recurring memberships, who may pay that, right? And now not know they can't submit clips, and they go to do it and they can't do it. That's not fair. Oh, by the way, if you want the same exact features you already had, you have to pay extra.
He has said, by the way, about fucking 20,000 times on this show. He's not said unique one time, but he said, by the way, like fucking so many millions of times.
Doesn't make sense, right? So here's the thing. If I cancel all the tiers, and I make it like a small dummy tier at like $1, $2, and that's the gifted one, and it doesn't really have anything but emotes. And then we have another tier that's the one where you can submit clips, but you can also do the Q&A. I'm adding value. You see? Instead of, you used to pay $3.99 just to submit clips. Well, now there's no longer a $3.99 tier, but there's a $5.99 tier where you can submit clips and ask questions. So there's added value, okay? Eternal Napalm, I have no idea what that means. Eternal Napalm says, ChatGPT says, have a time duration rule to mitigate spamming of subs. I don't know what that means. What is a time duration rule? Right? I don't know. So anyway, the problem, by the way, G-Turtle says cancel Q&A. If I cancel Q&A, now I have no added value for people who are going from $3.99 to $5.99.
There's no fucking value anyway. It's all to fucking line your pocket, you greedy fucking pig.
I'd be saying, hey, you want to continue to submit clips? Pay me more money for the same thing.
That is literally what you fucking do. You have DSP throwbacks where members don't get a fucking thing, but you fucking demand member money anyway. You have DSP gaming where you fucking admitted earlier on today they have no fucking meaning whatsoever ever. Big fucking deal. People get emotes. Wow. The other people fucking design for you, for fuck's sake.
Not right. The members of DSP Reacts have done nothing wrong. At all. Why am I going to punish them and make them pay more money to get the same access that they have right now? That's ridiculously unfair, and I feel it's immoral. I'm not going to charge them more money for the same.
That's what you're doing now to alleviate the issue of all these gifted memberships. That was your plan. Fuck's sake, I got no idea.
Bullshit. I'm not fucking Netflix, all right? I'm not just gonna raise my price arbitrarily and put that cost onto the viewer because some fucking troll is trying to ruin it for everybody. I'm not a giant megalo corporation who does immoral shit. I'm a nice guy, okay? So I'm not gonna do that. If
I'm a nice guy, he says, well, he fucking tells his audience and demands his audience to stop fucking gifting him memberships if he's not getting the full money for them. Yeah, basically, remember when Netflix fucking, gave people into trouble for trying to share their account with friends and family? Yeah, that's what Phil's doing right now. You're trying to double dip on me? How dare you? I'm the one that double dips on you.
I'm going to raise the price.
Oh, Phil has been gifted a massive amount of money. He has got at least $100 because he has got a poll in his chat right now. Which hat is leeching best? If anyone knows how to fucking leech from their fucking audience, Phil, it is you. Let's just close that shit down straight away. Who gives a fuck about your shitey fucking poll? Hey, oh, the fucking super chat got lean before I could read it. It was an Argentinian super chat. I couldn't get to read it before it got fucking yoinked by Phil and his salty ass ways. Don't know what that's saying, but fuck it, it is.
Then I'm going to have an added value, okay? But this is the question. If I do this, right, and I do the added value, right, how do we do the questions? Because, I mean, what I gotta figure out is, do we have a dedicated segment of the show where I literally just answer questions and everyone gets their question answered? Do I do it randomized like I do right now with the clips where we have, okay, here's the thread, post up your question, and then on each show I'll just pick random questions and we'll answer them for like 20 minutes. And you're lucky if you get in or not, because I did random select or whatever, right? This is what we gotta figure out, okay? This is what we gotta figure out.
He's waiting for the audience to figure out. He's literally just sitting there waiting for the audience to give him a solution.
No, we're not gonna start doing video length limits and stuff like that. That's too complicated. Imagine now, every clip submitted, I got to sort by length, and then I have to do this, and I'll be doing 10 hours of work for a reaction show that's 3 hours. That's that's too much work. It has to be a show that's easy to do, or else there's no point in doing it, And
there sums up Phil's entire YouTube career, ladies. Right there is the epitome. Right there is the very essence of Phil's entire history and business workings on YouTube. It has to be easy to do, or it's not worth doing. If it's not easy to do, then it's not fucking worth it. That, I just cannot believe I need to hear that one more time, at least.
Every clip submitted, I got to sort by length, and then I have to do this, and I'll be doing 10 hours of work for a reaction show that's 3 hours. That's that's too much work. It has to be a show that's easy to do, or else there's no point in doing it,
It has to be a show that's easy to do, or there's no point in doing it. Why do you think he fucking does gaming content without editing? Think about it. I mean, we all know he's a lazy bastard, but at least Phil's finally fucking admitted to his audience. But Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's like he's not aware of the stupid shit he's saying right now. It really, oh my god.
Oh yeah, see Eternal Napalm, sadly I can't do that. He says, what ChatGPT AI is recommending, don't let people who get gifted memberships participate until their second month. Can't do that on YouTube. The moment you become a member, you have access, and there's no way to time it so that you have to be a member for a certain length to get more access. That doesn't work on YouTube. Nope. I wish it did, that'd be great. Actually, that would be a solution, because anyone who's only 1 month doesn't get access would actually solve the gifted issue, but you can't do that on YouTube. Nope.
I mean, you can fucking see how long I've been a member for. Like YouTube gives you those stats. YouTube gives you that information. You go to your dashboard and check out your members, you get to see how long they've been a member for. And yeah, that would solve things, Phil, if you fucking put effort into it. But that would require some modicum of effort on your part to fucking go through that and check off who's that commenting and how long they've been a member for.
So, yeah, I think what the solution here is, cancel the standard memberships, cancel the super memberships. They no longer will exist, and I'm going to lose all that support immediately, and there's nothing I can do about that. Create 2 new tiers. One will just be the entry tier, which that's what I'll call it, entry tier. It'll be like $1 or $2, and all you get is access to the emotes and the chat crown badge. That's it, okay? Then there's the the new standard tier, or the submissions tier. Maybe I'll call it submissions tier, right? And that'll be $5.99, and that tier will be, immune to the gifted, so it can't be gifted. You get to submit 2 clips a week for the show into the randomized playlist, and you get to submit questions for the Q&A into another thread, and basically, it's random select clips and questions. So now, you get added value. You have a chance not only to get your clip watched, but also to get your question answered during the Q&A segment, so there's added value, and it makes sense to pay a little bit more for it. The problem is, I guarantee you, like with any change, I'm gonna go from 100 members down to like 20. I guarantee it. I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. This is what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna lose a lot of income this month. And I'm already down on income, because ad revenue is terrible in January, so
Is he like openly admitting now that he has nobody in his fucking channel on DSP Reacts that wants to be a member of their own volition? I'm going to go down to like 20 members. I'm going to have more members than DSP. At least on the React channel. Oh, this is, oh my god, this is, hell, this amuses me greatly.
Already down, and then on top of that, I've lost a ton of membership income on this channel because people who normally would have become members or re-upped their memberships didn't do that because they got gifted memberships this month that were free.
If they really were your fans, they would have used that money and still supported you. It's as simple as that, Phil. If these fans of yours decided to randomly not give you money, they're not really your fans. Either that or maybe they got other fucking financial fucking commitments or something. And it's just the sheer, the ego on this man. Oh, they were gifted a membership. That means I'm not going to get that money ever. And it's like, Phil, they're not your fans then if they're not willing to support you despite you crying poor. That Derek is a leech. He costs so long waiting for a gifted membership. You know this, and yet you put up with it and tolerate it. You're very aware of this, Phil. There are hundreds of people who have gotten used to just waiting for a gifted membership to come their way because usually some fucking dumbass like, OIC will come along and, whale out gifted. Because you ask for it profusely, because you beg for it profusely, people eventually give you gifted memberships. And that wasn't a problem in the past because you were getting the full, monetary value out of those memberships based on your own fucking currency, based on your own metrics, whatever. The second they started losing money on memberships because of somebody doing it like through some VPN instead or whatever, that was when you had a problem with it. Like those very same people weren't going to give you money because they were getting, Derek was getting when Derek was getting gifted normal memberships, he wasn't spending money on you, but that wasn't a problem. But now Derek got a gifted membership because of Argentina, and now it is a problem. I don't get it, Phil. Phil, your genuine fans will give you money if they want to give you money. If these genuine fans of yours, apparently genuine fans, don't give you money because they got something for free, they're not really there as a fan. They're there just for shits and giggles.
So I'm already down on a ton of income because of all this shit, And it's bullshit and it's not fair. But what can I do? I guess I just gotta tough it out, and I have to hope that this next month goes really well. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to hope that between now and the end of the month, so we got what, like 9 days left, that goes well, that the new releases on Friday perform well, people show up, they support those streams. I have to hope that, things in February go well with tips and the like, or else I'm gonna be screwed. And
oh, fucking boo, fucking who, Phil? Who gives a fuck? That's your problem. Look, I'm going to like make half as much from January as I did from December, but that's a big deal. You know what I mean? It's literally, it's not a problem. It's the way it goes. Some months are better, some months are worse. It's just the way it fucking is. It's the nature of the fucking beast. It's not the audience's fucking problem, Phil.
It's not my fault. What did I do wrong? Right now, it shows on YouTube my views are actually higher this month than they were in December. My engagement is better this month than it was in December. And I've got other new channels that are successful. Throwback is doing good. But I'm doing poorly because of this bullshit, right? That's really fair.
Throwback's doing good. Throwback's been fucking partnered for a fucking day. It's not even fucking partnered yet. Not fully. Throwback's doing good. It's not fucking fully partnered yet, you dumb sans. Oh my god.
So, that's life. And again, I tell you guys this for a reason. I want you to know what's going on. I'm a transparent guy. I don't want people shocked that things are changing and stuff. I'm not going to just change stuff without discussing it with you.
Oh, you're a transparent guy. Show us your fucking phone to see WWE champions and let's see what fucking account you've got. Show us your fucking YouTube analytics page and let's see the fucking income you're about to fucking make this month. Go on, Mr. Transparency. Show us all this fucking data.
You, right? I just want to let it be known. Listen to me. I don't want to change DSP React. I like it as it is. It's this nonsense with this exploit and the trolls that are making me do that.
Oh, shut the fuck up. We have 100 likes. We have a free space on a bingo card, and more to the point, you guys get to enjoy the bubbles animation that Pixar animation so very kindly made for us all to enjoy, to celebrate. Remember, guys, keep an eye in the bottom right for Jasper. Good cat.
I don't like having to fucking change stuff because of it, but I have to. It's only fair, or else there's no value to being a member over there if everyone just gets one for free and now no one has a fair chance to get their clip watched, right? So I just have to do it. I think what I'm going to do later tonight, I'm going to have to make a video to explain this, and I'm going to upload it to DSP Reacts and make it a featured video, and I have to cancel those membership tiers.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Another 20 gifted members to fill from the user account of Derek IP is a pedo and loves porno. So big ups to all the people that again that gifted membership from Derek IP is a pedo and loves porno. Fucking hell. It's a waste of money. It's dumb as hell. But it is what it is. It's Jesus Christ, man. It's accurate, it's true, but yeah, it's a waste of fucking money.
And I have to make new ones. And then I have to hope people will become members on the new tiers. And if they don't, I'm fucked. Because like I told you guys, that channel is viable because of the members. Literally, that's it. If I didn't have the member support I had, I would not be able to use that channel. I don't make a lot of ad revenue on it because those videos all get claimed. So I make almost no ad revenue on the channel. When I stream, I barely get any income on the streams either. It's really based on the membership revenue. If the membership revenue now is halved or less, there's no point in doing the channel anymore. And I don't want that to happen. I like that channel. I like that show. I want to continue doing it. I don't want my reaction
He really likes that money.
to fail because some fuckface found an exploit on YouTube and ruined it. Okay? So, what can you do, right? What can you do? That's life, I guess. So, yeah, I'm glad we talked about it. I hope we agree this makes sense, right? People in chat are saying, yes, it makes sense. It's fair. But again, you don't know how people are going to react. That's the problem. Whenever there's a change like this, typically, people don't react well. They're pissed. You know, they'll be like, why? Why this change?
I love some of the people in Phil's chat, like, who are receiving these memberships. People are literally saying, I feel so dirty because I received the membership from that account. Jesus Christ. We have a second free space because Phil has burped 10 times. So we're 2 away from a full house, technically.
You know, I mean, all I can do is explain it and hope that people understand. I know people don't want to pay more, but what can I do? All I can do is say, hey, I'm sorry, it's not my fault, but that doesn't really change the fact that, yeah, you have to pay more for the same ability to submit clips for the show because someone broke YouTube, right? It's pretty messed up. All right. Anyway, so yeah, this is weighing heavily on me. I don't want this channel to fail, right? Exactly, there's no crystal ball on outcome. That's actually, I like that. There's no crystal ball on the outcome.
The real Derek is in the chat saying, what did I say? I stepped away. What? Is it, if that's the, no, hold on, is that the real Derek? Because if it is, then goddamn. I want to see, is that a real Derek? How do we know if it's a real Derek? We can't really, damn, we can't really check it. Jesus, man. Someone asked him, is that true, Derek IP? And Derek's like, huh? Pleading the fucking fifth, pleading fucking ignorance, god damn. Ah, Jesus, man. Have fun with that, Derek. Guess we'll need to keep an eye on the chat in the bottom of the screen there to see what Derek says.
I like how 104 Casper turned it. Right, there's no way for me to magically predict if this is going to work or not. This could work well, and the majority of people who are members will understand and come and become a new tier level member and be able to submit clips and nothing, no problem. Or it could be the flip side of that, where I do it and no one becomes a new member, and now the whole channel fails, right? And I will outright apologize to anyone on that channel who's had a gifted membership and has been able to submit clips, and now you won't be able to anymore. That's not my intention at all, but that's just the only solution. When someone can literally buy infinite memberships for negligible cost, right? If someone could take a $5 bill and slap it down on a table and buy like thousands of gifted memberships, you can see the problem, right? That would ruin any channel where the membership has access to something, you know? It's no longer exclusive priority access to anything. It just makes it common access, right? So there you go. When will I be changing it? Likely tonight or tomorrow. Reason being, I have to do it soon because people need time to post up their clips for next week's show. If people don't become the new members levels and then post up clips for next week's show, there's no show for Sunday, you see? And we're about to hit episode 49. We're about to almost hit the 50 episode anniversary of the show, the 1 year anniversary. And now I have to make changes to make the show work because of these assholes. It sucks, right? So there you go. How dumb. Anyway, so we're probably gonna do it. What else can we do?
Oh, for God's sake, I never fucking give it 20 members. Is it the same person? Derek IP is a pedo and loves. It's the same user. It's the same goddamn user, for fuck's sake. How will Derek respond to this, I wonder? How will Phil respond to this? Jesus, man.
And go from there, right? So there you have it. Let's see what happens. I'm probably gonna do it either later tonight or tomorrow. And I hope it makes sense. Like I said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a special video tonight on DSP Reacts to explain the fact that this has to change and why, and to apologize because this is fucked up that I have to do it. Right? But what are you going to do? It's life, and go from there, right? Okay. All right, guys. So it just sucks. I don't like ending it like that. I really don't. I don't like ending it like that at all. But I have to, right? All right. Well, let's move on. As disappointing as it is to move on like that, we have to move on, right? Let's get to shout-outs for the show today, okay? First of all, Danny the DK, 5 months as a member here on the channel, says I fully understand. It sucks this happened to you. Well, thank you for understanding and acknowledging that. It's life, right? I mean, the good news is, thank God it's not all the eggs in one basket. It's not, right? That's good. But at the same time, I don't want to see the whole idea of a reaction I did for a year fail now because someone broke the system, you know? It doesn't really affect DSP Gaming that much. It doesn't affect DSP Throwback, but any channel where these member tiers affect content, this is potentially awful, right? And nothing much can be done about that. So, okay. Anyway, excuse me. That's the deal, folks. All right, so continuing on, let's now get to shoutouts for tips. We actually start out today with an overnight tip that came in from Richard. And ladies and gentlemen, just listen to this. A $50 tip. Awesome. Thank you so much, Richard, for a really generous tip right off the bat today. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, see, this is so I didn't have time to set up the animations properly on the channel yesterday for Throwback, so I didn't have this anime. I didn't have like half the animations ready. I gotta get those animations set up over there. Anyway, so Richard with a $50 tip to start today. Excuse me. And he puts the rich in Richard. That's great. Who puts the rich in Richard? Very good. So Richard says the following. So you don't have to make this, but there's something my family loves to make for the Super Bowl. We call it the sausage roll. So you take a pound of sausage and you brown it in a pan. Then you drain the grease out of it. Take a container of Philadelphia cream cheese. Melt it down. Put the cheese and sausage filling into a Pillsbury Doughboy croissant roll.
Yeah, the British are very familiar with sausage rolls. I guess it's not a bigger thing. Basically, when Greggs takes over America, you've all fucking had it. But if Greggs ever took over the USA like it fucking took over the UK, then by God.
Roll all that up and bake it for 10 to 15 minutes at 350 degrees. It's delicious, so try it. Well, I know some people are probably going to say that sounds disgusting, but if you think about it, if it was like tasty sausage that have good seasoning, and you know what that's kind of like? So you're wrapping sausage in a croissant roll, but you're just adding cream cheese to it, right? So it's kind of like almost like a breakfast thing, but also with cream cheese, right? I wonder how that would be. I don't know. So,
The cheese spread stuff isn't really. Also, it's not a croissant roll. It's just basically pastry. You take some sausage meat and you fucking put pastry around it, then shazam, sausage roll, baby. Yeah, that's basically a sausage roll.
Philadelphia cream cheese, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think it's that good. I prefer other brands, but I mean that could be good. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for the recommendation. So he calls it a sausage roll or something like that, and they do that every year apparently. Interesting. I don't know about the cream cheese working. Baking cream cheese? How would that work? How would that work? Cream cheese. Doesn't cream cheese melt in the oven? Now I'm confused.
Oh no, shit, Sherlock.
I don't know. Anyway, cool. So, thank you for that. I received this is weird, $3.47 tip. I don't know the significance of that amount. Maybe that's a currency conversion or something, right? But I got a $3.47 tip. Someone says the following. I have a suggestion in regards of Tekken 8 premiere on Friday. Instead of playing ranked, do community night with your viewers. This way we can mess around together. Nah, here's the thing. Community nights are fine once you've established a groundwork of what you know what you're doing in a game. Excuse me. And you've already put out enough content to satiate those who want to see that game covered in a I don't know how to say, like a competitive capacity. Community nights went fine in Street Fighter 6, but they never did great. It was just a nice way to give back to the fans. The first night you play a new game should not be fan night, where, you know what I mean? Like, you do fan night after you play the game for a few weeks, you know a few different characters, and you can kind of alternate between them and mess around. Like, I'm not going to know much.
Phil doesn't want to get his shit kicked in by his fans, basically. Phil needs to try and get good at the game first, before he plays his fans.
At all. And I'm just going to flub it around. I don't think that fan night, first night, is the right night for it. I'm not saying I won't do a fan night in Tekken. In fact, I probably will, if the lobby system works well. Again, no one's played this game yet. I don't know how the lobby system's going to work in Tekken 8. If it works well like Street Fighter did, then we can easily do a fan night. You know, password protect it, put the password out on the stream, have people join and play. But we don't know yet, right? That's the other concern, too. What if you promise a fan night on launch night, you're going to do it and things don't even work? Well, I kind of blew it, right? So...
Oh my god, another fucking super member bomb 20. Jeez, it's the same person. Fuck off. I mean, each to their own, but it's a waste of money in my opinion. But whatever. It annoys Phil, it'll happen. Play YouTube. You're just being dumb. You're just being very dumb. Phil's member bomb has broken my YouTube. give me a second here. Just let me see if I can sort this. Let me see if I can get this sorted. It's all gone Pete Tong. It's all going wrong.
Another concern too. What if you promise a fan night on launch night, you're gonna do it and things don't even work? Well,
Jesus. There we go. That's what I forgot about animation. Thank you very much to Kill Denson for a super chat, who says, I respectfully disagree with the idea that this form of trolling has ran its course. I can imagine all the different troll names from it. By the way, $80 on the west coast of America won't go very far. Yet, I mean, these days, it's still a big chunk of money, but I know it won't go to... It's basically Phil feeding cat for like one day off meal. I understand that completely. So yeah, it's not life-changing money he's getting, but at the end of the day, any amount of money going in Phil's pocket is, in my opinion, a waste of fucking money. But I don't want to sound like I'm trying to tell people what to do with their money. You know what I mean? If people are willing, I mean, we can't stop troll tipping, even though that's quite dumb, because that's amounted to hundreds and thousands of dollars for Phil over the course of time. It is what it is. It's going to happen regardless. So, yeah. The only thing I'll try and say is, like, if somebody's going to fucking throw money at Phil, make sure you get your money's worth back from it. You know, that's the only thing I can try and think of, you know, advising. Otherwise, you're just, you know, especially troll tips. Phil doesn't even bother reading troll tips anymore, really. So that's essentially a waste. But yeah, each to their own, though. Cheers for the super chat. And YouTube's broke again. Fuck off, hold on. Stop being broken, YouTube.
oh yeah, right? That's the other concern too. What if you promise a fan night on launch night, you're gonna do it and things don't even work? Well, I kind of blew it, right? So, no, I appreciate your suggestion, but we're not going to be doing that on launch night, okay? But we will consider it, you know, moving forward. Doing fan nights at Tekken 8 is definitely a strong consideration. Okay, I received a $4 tip from Baldzum. The least I can do is cover my illegitimate membership on DSP Reacts. Well, thank you, Bald.
So, that Derek user, super shout out Phil. Never forget that Derek IP had a YouTube playlist of little girls. I'm amazed they're not banned yet. I'm amazed they've not been leaned yet. I can only imagine what Phil's on his break right now. I can only imagine. Yeah, he is running ads right now, so Phil's on his break as of right now, which is why that super chat has not been leaned. The super chat is still there, and it will stay there until Phil goes back from the bathroom and leans over and gets rid of it. So, Jesus man, Derek's been dragged through the gutter today, man, Jesus. That's the thing as well. Phil has Eternal Napalm as a moderator for Phil. He was on the stream before. He's gone. Where is he? Where did Eternal Napalm is gone? He was there earlier on. Phil was talking to him earlier on. But I guess Eternal Napalm also had a bathroom break. Maybe they have bathroom breaks together so Phil can like talk in a secret mod Discord together. Very strange behaviour indeed. But anyway, funny, very. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on. Let's go to 1.75 speed. I want to catch up to current DSP and I want to see his reaction to all this. I also want YouTube to stop fucking buffering. I'm gonna spam the soundboard till you start playing.
Fuck you, Phil.
Fuck you, Phil!
Shut the fuck up, Philip. You want me to be Chaz?
Get out of here, Philip!
I will eat your sweater vest for dinner.
Always been a fucking douche.
This is the fucking Shawshank Redemption, right? But with more tunneling through shit and no fucking redemption.
So, I appreciate the tip.
Give me a wee second here, and
Thank you for that. And again, keep your eyes peeled. If you are interested in being a member over there and moving forward and being able to nominate clips, that's going to be reset within the next couple of days here, okay? I received a $2 tip. There's a lot of great games coming out. It should be a great fun time. Granblue Fantasy Relink, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a hell of a way to start 2024. Yeah, and the funny part is, literally every game you mentioned is an RPG, right? And you didn't mention like a dragon, right? There's so many RPGs coming out in a short period of time. This is like RPG heaven this year. But as we've been saying, I just don't feel like there's enough time to play them all, and there's too many coming out in a short period of time, and I don't know what they were thinking there. If they'd spaced these RPGs out over the course of the year, I feel like it would have worked a lot better. I have no idea why they like congested it like that into there, you know what I mean? Oh, really? Casanova says sausage rolls are actually a thing in Britain, and there's something called Greg's Bakery sausage rolls, and they're the best in all the country. So it's a British food thing, is what you're saying. Interesting. So I received a $20 tip from 1 Minute Man. He says, you know, I hope that you're gonna have enough ammo to beat the Queen Leash because this could be the toughest fight in the game. That's what we're doing right now, right?
so yeah, there's another whale tip. Not as big a whale tip as the $50, but it's a whale tip regardless. 1 Minute Man's contributions are always whale tips. Especially when it all... People might be thinking to themselves, it's only $20, it's only $25, whatever. It's not really a big fucking deal. Let's go to the tips analysis page and then look. So, from the time period from the 25th of April 2021 up until the 23rd of May 2023, 1 Minute Man had given Phil almost $13,000 in tips. Bear in mind, this stopped being tracked by Piece of Piece in May of last year. So yeah, it all adds up. All those $20, $25 contributions all add up. So yeah.
That's the boss we're at? I think so.
Let me see if I can fix this. I mean, Phil went a bit quieter. Let me see if I can fix the volume. 2 seconds. Go this. Let's see if that sorts it.
This could be the toughest fight in the game. That's what we're doing right now, right? That's the boss we're at? I think so. And I don't know how to beat him because, again, my major problem here is that, sadly, I'm getting to this fight and I have to control both characters, and you can't really. One character just kind of stands around like an idiot and gets hit, and I don't really have the ability to save those. I don't know, this could be a major pain in the ass, you know. I'm going to have to look into getting advice from you guys on how to fight this boss. I don't know what to do. Then again, is it the Queen Leaf for fighting? Because isn't it the guy? I don't know what the name of the boss is, so. Okay. Alright, well, I've done all the shoutouts so far. We have a few extra minutes here. If anyone has a question they'd like to tag me in the chat and ask, we'll do a little bit of Q&A, and then take a brief break for, you know, restroom, and then get set up and try to finish Resident Evil 0, alright? Am I gonna play the Indiana Jones game? Maybe. It looks pretty good to me. It looks pretty solid. I like the idea that it's first person and it has a what appears to be an accurate representation of the character from the like 1980s version. You know, I like that. So I am interested in the game. Casanova says I never had gamer glasses. Do they make everything a yellow tint? Slightly. So for example, if I take these glasses off, I see a lot more blue. That's really the difference. Is that when they're on, you basically don't see as much blue. I can still see blue, but some things don't look blue. For example, right now I'm looking at my desktop, or excuse me, I'm looking at my laptop, and the edges of the browser usually are gray, correct? So when I take this off, it looks more blue-gray. When I put these on, they still look gray, but they look a more yellowish tint gray, because that's the actual point of the glasses, is that they're supposed to block out blue light, because blue light supposedly is what irritates your eyes. So that's the deal. That's what they really do. So is there a slight yellow tint? Yes, there is. Slight, but it's not actively noticeable, and once you wear these glasses for a while, you don't even notice it, so. Am I gonna play the Princess Peach game coming in March? I don't know. I am interested in it, but it seems like every time I play a Nintendo platformer, nobody cares, including Mario Wonder, which was one of my favorite games of the year, so we'll have to think about it. Tyrone, there's literally no way to offer discounts on memberships. As I just stated, YouTube does not allow you to change the pricing of memberships at all. The only way you can do it is cancel an entire member tier and start over and create a new one, which requires everyone to manually go and resubscribe to the membership tier. So I would never be able to change pricing and do discounts or anything like that. It's not available. No, I never played early 2000 Tony Hawk games. The only ones that I ever played was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 in the recent collection that came out for modern consoles, and I loved the collection and loved the games. But I never played them back in that time period. I actually, during that time period, was just playing competitive Street Fighter, and that was it, so. I received a $2 tip from Anso Kamaru. I got roasted online the other day. I made a post that even though Palworld is really fun, it'll get old fast unless it has a campaign or missions of some sort in addition to open world aspects. What would you say the sweet spot is for linearity versus complete open world? I don't mind super linear games like Final Fantasy 13. I generally hate open world. I feel like games like Yakuza series blend it perfectly. What's your take? I was thinking about this morning. I was like, the way that Palworld can succeed is number one, to keep the game updated and patched per fan requests. So if fans find things a little bit too tedious or broken, fix it as soon as possible. And number two, to add a stream of content. So it's great that right now it has the content it has, but with millions of people playing it, within a couple of weeks, basically that content will be done, right? That content, everyone will have explored it all. So what they need to do is every few weeks, add a little bit of new content, add a little bit of new content. You know, if they keep doing that stream of content, the truly open world game formula will work. But sadly, what happens with a lot of these games is they drop their game and that's the game. And now you might have to wait 6 months for a major content update, in which case everyone's seen all the game within a month and they're bored and they move on, right? So they need to find a way to get people hooked and want to keep playing this game and not just do the same thing over and over. Now maybe there is a lot, I don't know, I've only played 3 hours of it, so I've barely scratched the surface of probably what's really available in this early access version. Is there endgame content, right? If you play this for 40, 50 hours and you grinded out giant weapons and you're mounting these pals and riding them across the map and fighting bosses, is there dungeons and content and stuff to do? Or does the game just get boring and you run out of stuff to do? I don't know. You know, I haven't gotten that far. If I'm playing it casually, I'll probably won't even get that far. You know what I mean? But that's the key, is to stay on it and keep updating it in a stream. A constant stream. Even if it's little trickles of content, but it's constant, like once a week they do a pack and it adds new stuff, that would be ideal for a game like this, I feel. But the problem is if they wait too long, you know, take a look at a game like Halo Infinite. That game was at the absolute top of its class. It was the best rated RPG. It was the best rated FPS of the year. Tons of people were playing because it was Game Pass, and they just never updated it. They literally were not updating the game. They were claiming they didn't have the manpower and the means to do it. So within 2 months, the game got stagnant and died, and now no one plays it. It's as if the game never existed. The best FPS of the year that year, it overshadowed Call of Duty that year, and no one plays the game anymore because they didn't update it. You know? Success can be fleeting. You have to keep that level going, right? You have to keep with that flow. You know, when Fortnite all of a sudden saw a viral explosion of players, literally Epic Games put all of the assets of their company into developing for Fortnite, and now you see what's happened, right?
Fortnite is still very popular though.
Yes, Anso Kamaru, we can see your message. Apparently for the first time in ages, we can see your message. There you are. I don't know what you changed that we can see you now, but we can see you now. That took several months of figuring out, didn't it? What's up, Matt? How you doing? Jade says, howdy, I'm watching Red Dead Redemption 1 on DSP Throwback. It's so funny. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. I like to play through a lot, so. Euphoric Joker says, I feel like the next time you play Arkham Knight, you'll appreciate it more. Perhaps you're right. You might be right. You know, those years of 2015, 2016 were very chaotic for me. Like, I played this game in 2016, and I don't remember much about it. Like, I know that that 1 to 2 years of my life wasn't great, you know, both personally and professionally. I was getting burnt out on content at that point. I was getting harassed constantly online by people doxing and fucking, I got swatted, and my personal life here was falling apart behind the scenes. You know, it was a mess. Those couple of years were a pretty big mess. So, perhaps if I played Arkham Knight again now, I would like it more, especially with an interactive audience, perhaps. Probably. Remember, I wasn't even an interactive streamer back then. Derek, you're welcome. Derek says, I really had a blast all this time being able to post up videos for DSP versus the internet. He always appreciated the gifted membership that people gave him, and thank you to those people. Yeah. Thank you to anyone who was giving memberships on that channel. It's a shame now that everything has to change for the worse because of the actions of pieces of shit. Human fecal matter. But that's life, is that people are shit. There's tons of people on this planet that are just like that. And what can you do? You dwell on it? No. You just move on. We're going to fix the problem, and we're just going to move on. And just act like it didn't happen, because that's all you got to do. You don't give these people attention. Fuck them. Fuck the dregs of this planet, right?
You know, Phil, for not giving those people attention, you seem to be obsessing over them a whole hell of a lot. Like, every time you do a podcast, you're mentioning it. Every time you do one of these shows, you bring up trolls and detractors. You bring up what they're doing. You talk about how they're behaving, how they're reacting, what they're saying, what they're doing, what they're planning, what they're hypothesizing, what they're plotting behind the scenes. If you cannot follow advice you give to other people, then don't give out that advice. Practice what you preach, Phil.
Okay. Yeah, Anso Kamaru, I literally have no clue why today you can talk, but you couldn't previously. I have no idea, because you haven't been showing us banned in ages. I'm almost positive you had mentioned to me that you were banned, so I went and unbanned you like 6 months ago. But then you still weren't talking, so I don't know. You know? Okay. Alright, anything else, guys? Any other topics to address before we take a break to having used the restroom and then to jump back into Resident Evil here?
And I am controlling all of you, and what I do, I wiggle like this, and what happens is your wallet opens up, and
Arkham Knight aged like fine wine and looks better than a lot of new releases from today. Oh yeah, you think so? 672 says, I've had an issue. For some reason, I wasn't able to talk and chat on my laptops, but I could on my phone. It would last like 24 hours. That's what Derek was saying, too. That he was able to talk on one thing and not the other. What the hell causes that? Who knows? Like, what is up with YouTube with this shit, man? I don't know. It's so bizarre. Beyond Mystery says, what did you want to be when you grew up when you were a kid? An asshole. And I made it. I made it to my goals. Not a lot of people can say that. But now I'm a big flagellating sphincter, so it's excellent. Oh, wow. I just received a $20 tip from Mark in the UK. Thanks for playing Resident Evil 0, so I don't have to. Wow. Well, Mark, it's certainly been an interesting...
Let me rewind that so you guys can hear what that dumbass dent whale said.
Flagellating sphincter, so it's excellent. Oh, wow. I just received a $20 tip from Mark in the UK. Thanks for playing Resident Evil 0, so I don't have to. Wow. Well, Mark, it's certainly been an interesting ride returning to this game. Hopefully the ride ends today. Because like I said, I gotta move on to new releases. I can't be playing this shit endlessly. And it sort of be great to end it today. This is cool because you guys can now vote on a poll for what hat you'd like to see me wear for today's Resident Evil stream. And I'll set up that poll now before we end the show, and then you can vote, you know, while I'm on my brief break here. Okay. Let's do a poll. Which hat is leeching best? Leeching best. Let's see. The beret, to look like a STARS agent. The fake hair hat, because it has a camo, so that kind of looks like a STARS agent. How about the Los Santos cap that I haven't worn in ages? Or, is anything else that really applies?
Fucking inflatable fucking crown!
Anything else that would apply to Resident Evil?
Fucking inflatable fucking crown!
Not really. The red fedora to go with my red sweater today. There you go. Why not?
Fuck you,
Fuck you,
That's right, I'm
Phil.
going leeching today. I received another tip. Wow, you guys are being nice to me this morning. Thank you. A $4.20 tip just came in from an anonymous tipper.
There it is right there. He receives money while you're being nice to me. They could be fucking throwing him praise all goddamn day long in chat without any money attached to it. Phil wouldn't say they're being nice, they're just being like, you know, whatever. But no, Phil equates money to niceness. Someone's giving me money, they must be very fucking nice. It's such a weird fucking... It's a weird mentality. Phil, it's like money and positivity. Like, the only way Phil can be happy is if he's given money. That's literally the only way he can be happy.
I'm sorry about this membership fraud. This is the first time I've heard about the exploit. Do you think bigger streamers have the problem? Everyone has it on YouTube. Anyone who's a streamer on YouTube, this 100% affects everyone. It's an actual currency problem. Other websites, all right, don't allow this. But this website does for some odd reason, okay? So, I don't get it. I don't know why this website allows this abuse, but it does. and it screws everything up. So yeah, it's really messed up, and I would hope that it would get fixed, but from what I'm to understand, this is the thing that's been going around YouTube for years. Like, people have been saying this has always been an exploit, it's always been a problem. It just, you know, it makes its rounds. It goes to various different streamers on this site, and then eventually, you know, goes away. You know, from what I'm to understand, it's not a problem on other streaming platforms. On other streaming platforms, they force you to pay in the right currency. So, there you go. All right, guys, thank you for a great podcast. Thank you for your input, okay? Oh, Jade is saying next Saturday will be the Royal Rumble and also we'll be playing Tekken all day, so you probably won't be around. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm playing Tekken during the day stream on Saturday. Yeah, and the night stream will be like a dragon, so. All right, sounds good. Hope you have fun, man. All right, so, yeah, thank you guys very much for a great show. Thanks for your input, as always. Thanks for your early support of DSP Throwback in its first stream, which did really well. I'm hoping to get ads on there sooner than later. Likely, this whole setup with DSP Reacts will be within the next 2 days. I have to do it by the end of Wednesday anyway, before I'm out of here for my day off. So, either, you know, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, I'll have to do this new thing, and hopefully people will convert over. I'll make it, what I'll do probably is I'll make a video about it tonight, so everyone's aware. And then I'll probably do the change Tuesday, so everyone will at least have a chance to watch the video first. So thanks for your input and feedback. And thanks for watching the show. I hope that you guys are enjoying. Did I add the Super Bowl thing? I didn't add the Super Bowl art in here, darn. I want to add the Super Bowl art into this podcast ending, but I haven't yet. All right, so guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for your support. And momentarily, we jump into Resident Evil 0. Tomorrow, hopefully, we got some more interesting topics as well to talk about. Thank you, and see you then. Peace out. Okay, the show is ended. Allow me to swap over and get the camera set up and everything. And I do need to take a break because nature calls today. So I do need to take a formal break to use the bathroom. So I will play a little bit of music for you guys while I do that. Then we'll come back for 3 uninterrupted hours. Whether I need all 3 hours to beat Resident Evil 0 or not, I don't know, because I don't remember how much longer we have. So I have to, you know, hope for the best. But thank you, guys. Great podcast. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you all. Please vote on a hat during this break, and I'll see you all in a little bit for Resident Evil 0. I'll be right back.
And I'll say, well, he goes away. So, hold on. Barrett Wells sent me a wee clip here. Let me just scroll my chat to try and retrieve it. Hey, King Jad VCMP. Now that we know Jade is watching the throwback Red Dead Redemption. How do we know that? How do we know that?
This is the best part of the fucking stream.
One more.
Staring at fucking space.
Oh, I'm getting the horses restless and shit.
It's just keep
But let me
staring
tell
at
you,
it.
I think the one more surprising thing about the plot of this game is when the space aliens come down and invade, and then John has to fight them in a shootout. Oh, no! Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you guys that. That was a huge spoiler.
He's trying to distract them so hard from what they're seeing on screen.
What the hell?
I don't know. So that was part of the Anne. This is Anne's stream, by the way. Anne's stream from last night of Phil's throwback react content. Apparently, there's worse to come. Hold on.
I heard a crow. Where is
Jade's probably saying, "It time sleep. It's sleep forever. Goodbye, DSP forever."
Damn, I got it.
Without even using the dead
Yeah, from that far away without Deadeye. That's a pretty good shot.
Live Jade reaction. Phil, stop.
There is
It's
auto
making
aim in
me
this game, by the way. Like there's, or maybe not
yeah.
auto aim, but like slight
Yeah.
lock on assist, and then there's like aim assist where you might
He's
not
not
be
having
dead
a
center
fun
where you want to
time.
fire, but if you fire, the game will kind of curve your bullets a little bit. It's not all the time, but it definitely is apparent in certain situations. Like that one, I don't think I was dead center. They just gave
I
it
said
to
to
me.
go back to town. Where's my horse?
Yeah, where's Cat?
If you got 1,000 subs on Twitch, would you say
Oh, the
tactical?
horse ran away.
Would
He's
you
like,
try
you're shooting all these
tactical
animals. I
sub?
want to be sure I'm out of range.
Bruh.
Did I do another one, or is it
Like,
over?
my owner all of a sudden started pulling out
Ray
weapons, blowing
Fox,
everything away.
if I got 1,000 subs on Twitch, I would try tactical soap, but I don't.
Guys, if you, so I'm going to hold on. Let me copy that link and share it with you guys. So you guys want to check it. Remember, Anne's stream covered a whole lot the other night, as well as obviously re-showing the fucking throwback stream that Phil was doing, and Anne covering that. He also went over and broke down some of the things that was about the memberships as well, gifted memberships and Phil's plans or whatever, and I'm kind of debunked a couple of things as well. So there we go. Make sure you check out some of that, and obviously there's timestamps as well. To be fair, there's timestamps as you can see on this as well. So here's he talks about Rich, you know, RTU. There's also the whole throwback segment here. Afterwards, he talks about the documentary being cancelled. So yeah, there's timestamps in place for you guys to skip around if you want to see certain parts of Anne's stream last night. So I'd highly recommend to check it out. Let's get back to Phil's stream though. And there's Jaha wearing a shirt for once. How fucking rare is that? Let's get back to Phil, and yeah, let's fast forward on Phil's shitey stream so we can return and fucking give excuses as to why I need your money. So is he back here? No, he's not back there. Goddamn. Over here. Not there either. Not there. No. No.
How did I?
Here we go. Let me rewind.
Okay, guys, I'm back.
Bingo.
And I actually did look up my original playthrough because I was curious. How did I beat this boss and how much is left in the game? So
Well, he cheated. He cheated. He was on the shiter. He was squeezing a big smelly ass shit on his phone, looking up his old playthrough to see how to fucking beat the boss. So he can fucking speedrun this very last part. Phil was desperate to beat this fucking game today.
Good news is there's not much left in the game. After this boss, it only took me about an hour to beat the game, if that. But yeah, this boss is a pain in the ass. It looks like it took me like 3 to 4 tries to beat this boss in my first run of the game, because I had the exact same problem that I'm having this one, where your AI partner is an idiot and just keeps walking into their arms and taking massive damage. The way I beat the boss was basically I would run away to a corner, unload the weapons, run to another corner, unload the weapons, and then eventually what I did is I created like a distance between me and the boss, and I actually made my partner also have the ability to fire. And basically both Rebecca and Billy were standing there firing at the boss at the same time, unloading 2 guns at once, and the boss just like took all the hits and then died. So yeah, it's not easy. This is basically what I need to do is create distance until his, I guess once you get about half life, his tentacles come out of his back, so that's the indicator that you've done enough damage, and you're in the home stretch of the fight, and that's when you have them both start firing on him and go crazy. So the problem is if he grabs one of you, I don't think you can hurt him. Like as he grabs one of you, if you unload all your ammo into him, it doesn't register. Like you have to be shooting him when he's not holding someone in order to deal real damage, which is just stupidly broken. You know what I mean? So, okay. Anyway, you guys voted for the beret, so we're gonna do the beret. If you can believe it, it looked like the red fedora was gonna win, but then you voted for the beret when I was on my break there.
Yo, Phil.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut up, bitch! Stars beret. And if we happen to hit the full tips goal today of 150, then you guys can put on a vest. Although I'm wearing a red sweater, so I have no idea what vest would look good on a red sweater. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. The bummer is that to walk back to the boss every time. That's just bullshit. Walk across the fucking half the map to get to the fucking boss. Every time you want to attempt it. How about have a save room right there, you fucking assholes? What bad game design, right? Using the right stick allows you to control the AI NPC right before they are attacked. You can have them dodge and still control your character. Really? To try that, I guess. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow, Derek. Sounds good. Palworld, right? Cool. Cool. Okay, here and here and here. Where is it? Oh shit, we're all the way back here. Fuck, and I was supposed to remember how to get back to this boss. This game is terrible. This game is so bad, man. Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back to
He is now recording for gameplay for YouTube, which brings an end to the bingo. Sadly, we were too shy of a full house. We had free spaces because we had likes, 100 likes, and we also had burps. But we were lacking in snorts. We were 3 snorts away from our free space, but ultimately it wouldn't have resulted in a full house because Phil did not say meaningful, I would argue, unique, or necessarily. Very strange indeed. Let's tick that.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
Oh, there we go. Let's so Phil started the stream at $105. Let's see how he's doing. He's still at $105.
I mean, this is going to be the whole stream. You know that, right? Me walking back to the boss is literally...
Did he die already to the boss? I wasn't that far behind, but did he die already, so he's going back again?
Literally going to be the whole stream. Again and again. The game is fucking complete garbage.
Is this a boss room? I want to see him fight the boss. Let's watch him fight the boss one time. Fuck it, why not? One time, let's watch him fight the boss. You can't be that far away, surely. Such riveting commentary from Phil here. He really keeps us all engaged.
I'd rather shove a bowling pin up my ass than keep playing this. Really?
Well, you would enjoy that. We're pretty sure you'd quite enjoy that. This is Phil's meaningful commentary, everyone. This is 15 years of YouTube legacy right here. Dead air and scat humor.
Oh, there's actually a bowling emote on YouTube? I didn't even know that. Well, there you go. Learn something every day. Here, I'm gonna see if I can kill these bugs with these Molotovs. Not that this matters at all, but I'm curious if they actually do anything to the
Oh,
bugs.
for God's sake, just get to the boss.
Let's find out. Because I know they're not gonna do anything to the bosses.
Just get to the boss already, for fuck's sake. How far away are you? This is torture. Silence. Dead silence.
It worked! I took 5 Molotovs, but I killed the bugs, and I retained all the handgun ammo.
Fireworks, yes. Where is the boss? I just want to see him fucking fight the boss
There you
one
go.
time.
Guys, if you... I'm gonna say it once. You don't acknowledge troll activity, and then it goes away. The moment you guys just sit there and talk about it endlessly is exactly what they want. You have to understand these people are antisocial, unhinged losers. So if you talk about it, you give them the attention they seek, and they get dopamine. They don't deserve dopamine, so just pretend like it's not happening
What the
and
fuck?
move on with your life, and then
I
we're all
felt-
good.
but you
all right?
acknowledged it. You
I don't know what else
acknowledged
to
it.
say. I don't know how many times I can say it. That's how you deal with it. It's how I've dealt with it for 15 years.
felt
All
you
right?
acknowledge it all the
Just
time.
stop acknowledging it. Okay.
Ah, the sodium overload from Phil is delightful. Can we see his chat? Let's see his chat for a second. Is Derek IP or
Now.
is yeah, another 20 gifted members from Derek IP went off to masturbate to little girls. Oh my god, it's a new one. It's a new account. Derek IP.
And again, this is all I can do.
My
There's nothing else
God.
I can really do here.
Oh my god. It's a new Derek account.
Walk in, try to run away, get
Just nasty.
distance, follow, shoot, right? That's all you can do.
Right,
And
I
hope
think he's
the
at the
game
boss.
agrees with you and you don't get fucked by the game being a piece of dog shit like it
I
is.
think he's at the boss. I just want to watch one boss fight. I want to see how he does with it, and that's it. I assume this is the boss.
There he comes. Okay.
Is he like
Look
playing
at these terrible camera angles.
Ring
Like there's no
Rosie?
angle where you can optimally aim and shoot this guy. What the fuck? You couldn't even see him or hear him over there.
You stood still,
So there's
Phil.
no way to know the boss is coming because the angles are so fucking bad.
Geometry, bitch.
What the fuck? Fuck this game. I'm done with it. Now I'm really done. I'm not playing it anymore.
He's rage quitting.
I'm done. I don't care.
He's
I
rage
actually don't
quitting.
care. I'm done. We're gonna do something else today. I've had enough.
He's rage quit.
He literally runs across the entire room and instantly grabs you. He's silent in the room. This giant boss is silent in the fucking room.
Oh my god.
But then he dashes across the entire room and instantly grabs you. Go fuck yourself, Capcom. You made the worst Resident Evil. You guys don't even deserve my fucking rest of my time for today. You don't.
Oh my god.
This game is trash. There's every angle in that room is meant that you can't see the boss. Literally, every single angle you can't see him, and then he goes zoop across the whole screen and grabs you. Why do I want to play this? I don't want to walk back 10 minutes each time to fight this fucking boss again. I'm glad I played it in 2016, but that was a complete trash game.
He was given
Man, that was one of the worst
$105
experiences I've ever had in
to rage quit
Resident
this
Evil.
game. $100 in full rage quits
Really,
in
I
10
have
minutes.
no desire to play it ever again. Right?
Sorry,
I don't want to play it. There's nothing fun about that. It's gonna be me for 2 hours fucking around getting tortured and wasting time. I could just talk with you guys for 2 hours and do more meaningful content than that.
But that's
I
torture
could
for the
scratch my
audience.
ass for 2 hours and get more out of it than playing this piece of shit. You want to see the end? Go fucking watch my original playthrough. I'm not. I'm older now. I'm 8 years older. I don't have time to waste on crap. And this is crap. This is grade A crap. Stinky crap. Really, I wish. You know what I really wish? That I could have played Resident Evil 3 again. The original. Because I played it, but I played it on PS3 when I had a working PS3 and it was the PS1 version. And I don't have access to that anymore. You know? So,
Oh my
this is just
God.
trash, man. I don't know what the fuck. How do you make a game that bad and name it an official Resident Evil game? And how do you make a title screen that says Resident Evil 00 and not notice?
That's a real reason
How
why
dumb
Rage
could you
Quit.
be? Really? Resident Evil 00. It actually says it on the screen. You have to be a fucking moron.
The extra
Holy
zeros for your
shit.
ability, Phil. You're a fucking loser, Phil. You looked up how to fucking beat the boss and you still got
I already
your ass
beat the
kicked.
game. So I'm not, you know, if I hadn't beat the game, I'd probably be like, I'm going to keep playing it. But I already beat this 8 years ago. I'm not
Why'd you
wasting
play it
time on
now
it again.
then? Why'd you play it again then?
I would literally do anything else. Anything
Such a
else, any other
bitch.
game, I will play.
Nah, Phil got his
But
money
not
for
this
today.
piece of shit.
He got his money for
I've
today,
had
he's
enough.
out.
That's enough wasted time, you know? The
No
game
more
is just so
effort.
bad. I mean, how many soft locks do I need to put up with? Big Mac, what the fuck are you talking about? It was one more try. One more try of what? I don't have health. I don't have healing items. I don't
Let's
have
see.
ammo to beat
Where's
him.
Big Mac?
And you can't get angles on the guy to shoot him where he
There
can't
he
just
is.
instantly grab you.
One more try.
Why would I waste time?
We're
Like, why
live, by the way.
why
This
would
is
you even
live,
insist
DSP.
that I play it ever again?
Yeah, man, one more
This
try.
is a fucking waste of everybody's time, man. There's no reason to play the ending. I've already beaten the game 8 years ago. I've seen the ending. It's bad.
Then why are you
Just
playing
like
it
the
again?
rest of the game.
Then
Just
why
like the
play
rest
it
of the game
again?
being terrible fan service level writing, bad gameplay elements, the worst parts of Resident Evil all in one. It's really shouldn't exist.
Look at his
right?
chat. Look
it
at
really
his
just
chat
shouldn't
go
exist at
off.
all. I don't have the weapons I need to beat him. What you need is the grenade launcher. You need to have a bunch of grenade launcher ammo and just keep firing it into him from a distance. I have a shotgun. It's too slow to kill him. So I'm never going to be able to beat him.
Those
Yeah,
sirens
this
and
game is
Phil's
fucking
in, by the way.
trash. I can't believe they fucked it up that bad too, man. You know? It's a shame. It's an utter shame that that's an actual official installment.
Rage quit.
You know?
He got his money today. He doesn't want to try anymore. He just wants to end the stream so he can play the WWE Champions.
Not Swaggin says, just react to your original playthrough. No one will notice. No, I told you. The reason I beat him, I just watched it back. The reason I beat him in my original run is because I had like 8 to 10 grenade rounds and I had 3 healing items. So I basically was able to beat him because he kept grabbing me. But every time I had no health, I could heal. I can't even heal. I have 1 healing item between the 2 of them. There's no way I'm going to beat this. You know? I just don't care about it. Again, this would be one thing if, like, number one, I was known for doing perfect runs and stuff and people
fuck
cared.
off.
Or if this is the first time I was playing the game and I got this far into it and now I'm like, oh, quitting, people would be like, oh, what a horrible rage quit. I already beat it. I already beat it 8 years ago. There's no reason to go through and put myself through this again.
Then why
At
play it
41
in
years
the
old, I
first
have better things
place?
to do with my time than waste time on a bad game that these idiots made.
What were your
right?
audience's fucking time?
So,
You fucking
fuck this.
wasted your audience's time making
Fuck
them
this
watch all
shit.
this. How many parts of this fucking game have you fucking uploaded to your shitty fucking channel and you've wasted
Alright,
your time by
so
not
we're done with
completing it?
this. For those watching the playthrough, my apologies. I really have no patience for this anymore. It's just trash, and I don't want to play trash. Especially when I have a million other games I could be playing that are better. I don't play trash anymore, so fuck this game. And next time around, it's going to be... If it's a modern Resident Evil, I'm okay with playing it on hard. But these classics, I mean, that's just stupid. Like, why am I torturing myself to play a game like this on hard? Like, that was really dumb. Maybe if I played it on normal, this would have been a more manageable playthrough.
Minimum effort,
But this is
maximum
just a waste
reward.
of everybody's time.
That's what
you
it
know?
wants. I had to try for this game? Ugh, I don't want
Alright.
to try.
Alright, that's it. Fuck this game. It sucks ass. Don't play it. I'm serious. Like, I don't even recommend it. It really is the worst
He's
known
still
Resident Evil.
recording?
It's just a... Rather than being
he's still recording.
survival horror with tenseness and suspense, it's just a game of patience and tediousness. Like, if the whole game is just testing your patience, then it's not a good survival horror game, right? And that's what they did. They emphasized the worst parts. Inventory management and backtracking should not be the challenging parts of a fucking survival horror game. So they missed the mark. And these are the main devs of Resident Evil missed the mark on their own formula. And that's pretty bad, right? So fuck this. Don't ever ask me to play it again. I'm done with it. It sucks. I hope, you know what I do hope? I hope they remake it. If they remade
fuck
this
off.
game like they've remade all the others, this game could potentially be really good. But they have to remake it to not be annoying, right?
To make it easier for you. Because trying, fuck trying,
Yeah.
huh?
All right. I'm done. No, stop it. Stop fucking people. Reload from a previous save. How about you do it? You buy it and play it. You do it. You torture yourself. I'm done with it. If you're so desperate to see this again, you play it. Or watch my old playthrough from 8 years ago. Stop asking me to torture myself. I have better things to do in my life.
Like what?
Than fucking play this trash, okay? Alright, I'm done. Fuck this game. Bye-bye.
And that's recorded? No,
yeah.
It's not recorded.
Goodbye. Alright, so what do you guys want to do?
That was all recorded.
I'm down for whatever. You guys want extra Street Fighter? We'll do extra Street Fighter. If you guys want me to boot up Elden Ring, that would probably be stupid because I haven't played it in so long. But, you know. Why? Or you want me to switch to Xbox? Some people are saying do Palworld, but...
Fuck off.
I don't know.
My God.
I don't know if we want to do Palworld right now.
Oh my God.
No, we're not going to we're not going to do a narrative-based game. Right? The narrative-based games don't make sense to do right now because no one knows I'm doing that, right?
And it's not even coherent. So you start
Call of Duty, so people want random Call of Duty.
If he's been drinking,
yeah.
Fuck
Paw
off,
Patrol?
Phil.
Where's Paw Patrol? You guys saw Paw Patrol? We'll play that.
Okay, just been a fucking
It's too bad the
now.
Tekken 8 demo doesn't have more to it because
Shut the fuck up, Phil. We're done with you. We're fucking done with you. Fuck it. He officially I cannot believe we witnessed the actual rage quit live. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I'm done with Phil. I'm done with him. We're going to end how it always end by playing notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar animations. But guys, for tonight, we're done with bingo. We're so close to a full house, but sadly it was not to be. Wherever Phil ends up playing, I'm sure we'll waste a fucking time anyway, because Phil doesn't want to try any fucking games, because trying isn't. If Phil has to put effort into it, it's not worth doing. That is his fucking life motto. That is his fucking mantra. So yeah, fuck that. Anyway, I will return tomorrow for some more robust bingo antics. Until then, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday, however you wish to spend it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being on stream. Thank you for keeping me right in the chat and the bingo card. Thank you for the contributions as well. Thank you very much indeed. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow for some more bingo. But until then, guys, have a good one. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.